Yo, what's up, podcast people? Hoop Concessions podcast episode 44, backing you on the pod. Today we'll be doing the West standing predictions. How's
the
everyone? Yo.
No one cares. What's standings
Yeah,
prediction?
I had to get him, bro. That was too easy, bro. I knew y'all all heard that.
Yeah.
So I was like,
Boy, I'm on your line.
Anyways, how's everyone's day?
Amazing. You know, I always feel good with a fresh cut.
well, honestly, I don't really care how y'all's day went because my day was better. Honestly, I just woke up not too long ago. I haven't even eaten that much. I ate some cereal, but got some orange.
You put the milk first?
That seems like a shitty ass day to me, but
I didn't even finish, but you can go ahead and tell us how your day was better. Go ahead.
I woke up at like 12 p.m. Didn't have work today, and then
What?
No, I didn't.
12 p.m. though.
Yeah,
What's
because
wrong?
You sound like a hater. What's wrong with waking up?
Yeah.
Yo, that's anti Jimmy Butler, bro. Very anti Jimmy
I
Butler.
woke up. I was like, I saw that we were going to do a pod in an hour. Then apparently it's going to be delayed. So here we are.
Yeah, man, my day is great, but I'm nervous to go to the doctor. No cap.
I
Why?
must to go to the doctor.
My foot.
You
My
broke your
shit,
foot?
shit killing me. My shit down terrible.
Broke his foot, JSmooth. We literally just saw him walking like 5 minutes before.
Hey, bro. Some people. Hey, man.
I never
I've
really-
seen- I've seen Kobe walk on a torn Achilles.
That's a fact.
I
Hey,
see-
But he
Derrick
walked
Rose,
off box
when
step.
you walked off the court. I'm just saying.
Nah, that's not, man. Come on.
I never understood the mindset like being
Disrespect.
afraid of going to like the doctor or dentist.
Yo, the Lakers are signing Sekou, bro,
Are you serious?
Who?
You serious?
Oh,
on
yeah.
a two-way deal.
Yeah, he's serious.
Wow.
Yo, too much. He should remain out the league. No offense.
Sekou
but,
isn't he like
That's a fact.
really bad?
Like,
yes,
pretty
he's a
bad.
bust.
He's pretty
He's
ass.
so bad. The Pistons, who are rebuilding right now, don't want anything to do with him. Come on now.
Nah, didn't they
from
trade
a
him
statistical
they traded him
standpoint,
from-
he's really bad. Holy shit. And
Bust.
he's ugly as fuck too. Sorry.
Jesus Christ.
Bro, JSmooth, you're a fan of Chris Middleton. I think you support the ugly niggas, man.
Bro, hey, man. It's different.
Hey,
Chris
by the way,
Middleton.
Chris Middleton, if you ever see this, look, no hard feelings. You know,
Nah,
you're
bro,
nice.
It's
boy.
just
Chris Middleton
business.
is secretly a sexy nigga, bro. Pause. You guys just don't know.
Yeah, maybe in the timeline where the fine people are ugly and the ugly people are fine. Maybe in
Nah,
that.
bro.
Like
kind of
Loki references, bro, or some shit. Like
Hey,
I swear you always pull this shit every pod.
I tell you, I will always find a way to make a reference to that show because I love that show.
I mean that show was good as fuck, but Jesus Christ, bro.
Literally the best show in the MCU, bro. Just saying. It is.
Yeah, I agree with that.
There's not many.
I keep the iron on me like I'm Tony Stark.
But are y'all ready for?
Oh my god.
I didn't even get.
Hey, that's a Juice WRLD bar. I just want to let y'all know that right now. He
Of
said
course.
iron on me like I'm Tony Stark. Yeah,
we have some news. Who's gonna be doing the news?
I got the.
Oh yeah, no, that's mustard.
Okay, so some news dropped today about Ben Simmons and Kyrie Irving. Which one do y'all want to talk about first? I think we should talk about Kyrie because I think
That's
that's
a
more
fact.
relevant. Ben Simmons, we've kind of already talked about Simmons enough, but new news dropped about him. But let's start off with Kyrie Irving. So, as to all of our watchers and listeners, there's been situations going with Kyrie Irving. You know, he doesn't want to get the vaccine. There were rumors that he was liking conspiracy theories. That hasn't been proven true or false yet completely. But knowing who Kyrie Irving is, things he's said in the past, we don't have to rehash some of those things. It's really believable to believe. Believable to believe. Is that a thing? It's believable to think that he did those things, but nonetheless, he has not taken the vaccine. He hasn't been able to practice with the team. He hasn't been able to go to any preseason games, anything like that, obviously due to the mandates in New York. So because he hasn't taken the vaccine, he is going to miss half of the season, which primarily obviously the Brooklyn games. And anytime they go to LA, because people aren't even talking about this, if they go to any other states that have the mandates, he's not going to be able to play. So he's guaranteed.
He can't. He can't play road
He can?
games. He can
can't?
play road games. But
No, but he said in
California.
states that still have the mandates.
I'm
Like
pretty sure California is way.
No, no, no.
Yeah.
Not like if he can play in next game's Lakers, because if you're an away team, so like Bradley Beal, he's unvaccinated. When he goes to play Brooklyn, he can play. If you're a road team, you can play. You just have to follow protocols and shit.
Oh, okay.
Wow,
Okay,
I didn't know that.
Which that's kind of stupid. That's kind of
dumb. Yeah,
That's
that's
kind
dumb.
of retarded. But
Okay. Well, okay, so he's 41 games.
So he can literally play 41 games max.
But the
Part-time
reason
job.
the reason I don't think that even what he's going to do is because one, we know Kyrie takes his personal days off, and then two, also Kyrie Irving. I'm just saying he does, and also he's injury prone, so you really just never know with Kyrie. But let's say in a hypothetical situation, perfect world, if he's going to play 41 games guaranteed, but he's guaranteed to miss the other half of games. So now news broke today because with all of the questioning about what's going to happen with him in the Nets situation, rumors that he might get traded. The Nets have released that he will not be playing until he's fully vaccinated. He's not going to come to practice. He's not going to play any games, anything like that. So that means he's guaranteed right now, as the situation stands, not play the entire season next year. The entire season. And I'm just going to go first on my opinion on this before I pass it on to guys. I think that this is a situation where I'm not going to judge Kyrie Irving for his own personal decisions for his own body, but I can judge how it affects the people around him. Because at the end of the day, you're responsible for your own actions. But when you see how this team was built, just imagine if they did not trade for James Harden. Imagine what would be going on right now. Like, Kevin Durant wanted to play with you. He wanted to play with you. Like, he picked you. This is the guy that you said is more clutch than LeBron James. Whether unintentional or not, you said that. So you love KD. That's one of your close friends. And I don't think him and KD have a bad relationship because of this. I don't think him and Harden are not friends or anything. But we do remember that when the news came that Harden was going to be traded, Kyrie was not happy about that. And I genuinely think that's true. I do believe initially, maybe not obviously when they were playing because they had good chemistry, all of that. But I do believe that when Kyrie and James Harden, or when Kyrie heard the news that they were wanting to trade for James Harden, yes, you're getting a great player, but it does somewhat take away from Kyrie, not only his game, but also takes away some credit that Kyrie will get for that championship, because now you're the third guy. You're not even the second best player on that team. You know what I mean? So I can understand Kyrie's frustration there. But now you not taking the vaccine, I understand it's your body, but look at this team. They put all their chips in the table. They risked depth, youth, Karis LeVert, Jared Allen. They risked all of that. Defense, rim protection, having to pick up LaMarcus Aldridge, the remnants of Paul Millsap and Blake Griffin. They did all of that because they wanted superstar power. Now you remove you from the equation, and it's James Harden and Kevin Durant. And granted, they're superstars; they can carry that load. But guess what? Now, if they win a championship, it reinforces that whole thing that you're not that impactful of a player. It just reinforces that. And in my opinion, the fact that every year you're somehow a problem, whether you're right or wrong, at the end of the day, you're the common denominator. No one forced you to say the earth is flat. No one forced you to talk about the bubble when you weren't even going to play in the bubble. No one forced you to say that the Celtics young players aren't listening to you. That's why you called LeBron and you made that public. No one forced you to say that you want to re-sign in Boston and then a couple months later say, hey, ask me later on at the end of the season. No one forced you to say any of those things, and no one forced you to say that KD's the only guy that can make shots that you can make in the clutch. No one forced you to say any of those things, and no one is forcing you to take this vaccine, but you chose to do those things, Kyrie. But yet, I'm sure when Kyrie eventually takes the vaccine, because I believe he will take it eventually, but I'm sure when Kyrie takes it and he looks like a clown because he caused all this hoopla for no reason, just to bring attention on himself. Because Kyrie, he views himself so high. He thinks too highly of himself. But when he takes it, he's going to say, yeah, people were just saying stuff. I want to do my own research, as if his own research is going to be so different than everybody else's. So I just think this is selfish on Kyrie's part. But you guys go ahead, man. You guys go, man. I'm just tired of Kyrie Irving at this point.
Hey, all I can say is that was well said. And also, if he does take it, I would hope it's not like in the middle of the season type shit. Because then that just like this will eventually kind of like blow over. Like, let's say he just doesn't get, he's away from the team in like a month or so, it won't be a hot topic. But then like in January, if he takes it, then the whole thing just starts over again. And it's just bringing more attention to the team. Like if you're gonna take it, or you've been thinking about taking it, take it before the season starts. So that way, by the time it's like December, it'll be like blown over. You know what I'm saying? Like it'll just be like one long thing. It's not like the Ben Simmons situation. Like in the beginning, you were like, "Oh, we don't care about the money," but now here you are bringing attention to yourself again. So it's like, yeah, you cared about the money. You should have just showed up in the first place.
Well, you know, he was saving face. We all know that.
You know, he's scared. He was scared to pull up. Like, hey, he pulled up. Hey, Wo said before the game started last night, he was outside the arena.
Yes.
You know, the Sixers is like the swing first thing where you like, hey, swing first, bro. Sixers swung first, but that hurts that first fine. And then Simmons was like, you know what? I lose. It's over.
Now, here's the only thing about it is like this can go two ways. I don't know how I changed gears to Simmons, but it go two ways. He either plays well, but he raises his trade value, which is good for Philly, but maybe not him because depending on like where he wants to go, really. Because like if you lower his value, the Kings could get in there, which is he's okay with going to, and like
timeout.
The Warriors can maybe get in there. I don't know.
We don't want to get too deep into Simmons just yet. I feel like both of those situations are somewhat similar in a way, but let's go to JSmooth because I know JSmooth's a Kyrie hater, you know. So mind you, I want to say before my bad, JSmooth, to all the Kyrie fans, you see that jersey on the wall. I could have been burnt that shit. That's a Kyrie Irving Celtics jersey. I like Kyrie Irving. I'm a fan of Kyrie Irving, but I'm really disappointed in this nigga. But go ahead, JSmooth. Go ahead.
All I gotta say is, bro, if Kyrie's acting like this, like he's either just being, you know, weird, obviously, but there's also like he must know something that we don't know, and I don't think there's no way he can get that information. That's what I mean, third eye, but he unlocked it. You know what I mean? But yeah, everything you said, I do kind of agree with, you know, like just bringing up all this stuff to just cause problems basically in the Nets locker room. And I just think I think it's gonna go to the point where Kyrie is probably, like Darius said, Darius been saying this for a minute now. I think it's gonna go to the point where Kyrie just gonna retire. But yeah, basically, I don't think Kyrie. I completely agree with you. You know what I mean? The man has a third eye for some reason, as I've always been saying for a minute now. And like I do think he needs to start worrying about his teammates just a bit more. You know what I mean? Especially in this situation, especially with everything that's going on around us and stuff like that. How many people died from it? And also, I gotta say this. Like I said earlier, like. Kyrie, if he's doing this, I legit feel like he must know something that we just don't know. Like he must know something that we don't know at all, right? And I don't think he'd get that information, you know. And if he did, bro, and he ended up being right, sorry, Kyrie, but for now, bro, man, you're gonna have to get that. And if you don't, bro, like Mustard said, this man has been a problem everywhere he's went. Probably outside of Cleveland, really, he hasn't been that much of a problem in the locker room. But
I mean, he
every
said
single other place, bro. He
That's
said
not
that's
a big
locker room
deal.
problem,
That's not a
though.
big deal, bro.
That's not a big deal. You know what I mean?
No. I'm not talking about just that, but also he did leave on some pretty weird conditions because they were just in the finals, and then he says,
"Yeah, but
he
like
didn't cause any locker room
outside of
problems.
Cleveland, like you know."
I'm talking about like locker room issues. He's always been
during the
he's
season
always
type
caused
shit.
problems with that, and
About
he
to
might
start the
cause more problems and more stress for a team that's mainly focused on a championship. And think about this, right? Kevin Durant said it himself. He's only worried about the basketball aspect of the game. You know what I mean? He's not trying to worry about anything else. As you see, any drama that goes on, he don't want to deal with it, right? He just wants to focus on basketball. And he's probably really not going to like this, you know? Even if Kyrie is his friend, you can be disappointed in your friends, you know, if they do certain stuff. And that's just how I feel. Hopefully this thing gets resulted because honestly, money does talk, but at the same time, I'm not sure if it talks for Kyrie. That's all I gotta say.
In my opinion, for the whole situation, Kyrie, he used to be one of my favorite players of all time. Then shit happened, but for him,
he's a Cleveland fan, by the way, everybody.
But he for this whole situation, I just feel like I think he's in the wrong. I do believe in my, not to bring it too much of a like political aspect to it, but I do believe that I don't think people should force you to take a vaccine. I think it should be your choice. But I do really disagree with people not taking the vaccine, and for Kyrie, it's no different. Him not taking the vaccine causes him to be a part of the problem, and he has to face the consequences because of it. Him being a part-time player, basically, which now is not even the case. He's now out for like the season until he gets vaccinated. It's a huge issue. I feel sorry for KD because this is the player he wanted to play with, and they agreed on to play with each other. And now he's not even going to be able to play with him at all because first season KD was out. Second season, they were really injured. They didn't get to play with each other that much. And third season, they might not play with each other at all. So I also feel bad for Harden. I also feel bad for the Nets organization. They traded away a lot of their future assets just for the super team, and they're not even going to get it. So for Kyrie, I feel like he's going on a path, like I said, where he doesn't really care about basketball that much. I think he cares more about political issues and social issues than basketball, that's fine for me. But don't make it such like if that's what you want, the path you want to go down to, then I'm so serious. Like I think he might retire. I think he's on a path.
Mm-hmm.
So
nah, I hear that because I think I was saying to y'all earlier, like it's crazy that Stephen A. Smith's prediction that Kyrie Irving retire is actually going to come to pass. Like when Stephen A. said that shit that Kyrie should retire, everybody thought it was, always overreacting because I think it was the whole. What was going on at that time? I don't even remember what was going
Kyrie,
on.
he wasn't attending practices or games because of
personal reasons.
Remember, this was the after this.
It's his birthday party. I think that was.
Oh yeah, the COVID thing. Yeah. So like Kyrie, it's like I said, it's a new thing every year.
That's another thing.
Like literally every single year, something happens with Kyrie. Every year. Last year, he called the media pawns, and then he called the media.
That's actually
it's not even that that's a fact. It's the fact that like he said that, and then he wonders why the media shits on him. Like, because after that he was like I'm just saying, like you can't be, because the media also is the connection between us and the players, right? That's what the media is there for. Like the media's job, like when people complain about things the media does, I understand that aspect of it, but you can't question why they're there. You know what I'm saying? Because that's literally how we get information. Woj, Shams, watching sports shows and debates, them passing information to us, breaking news. Who does all that? You think it's the media? And guess who gives the media their information? A lot of the players do. When the media gets information that Kyrie has swings or Kyrie's doing this, like a lot of those sources are players, but they can't reveal it, obviously, because it destroys your credibility. And it's crazy because a lot of these players will never admit that. They'll never admit that a lot of the sources are themselves. That makes sense? But you guys get my point here. Like, regardless, the Kyrie, every year is something new. I'm not surprised that this is happening. I'm shocked it's gotten to this point. Thought he would have taken the vaccine already, but if he actually misses time in the regular season, that shows a lot about who Kyrie is as a person.
The biggest thing about this situation is, like, one, it detriments the Nets, and then two, Kyrie's value himself is like being lowered. Like Kyrie's value just about a few days ago was, well, I wouldn't say a few days, I'll say a few weeks ago, was really high, right? Now with this whole situation, it's a whole different scenario. Like his value is drastically getting lower, and it's a bad look for him, a bad look for the organization. Like today, I just went on Twitter. Now, to be fair, it's just Twitter, but I just went on Twitter, and I'm seeing Kyrie and Ben Simmons trade scenarios right now. That's how bad it's gotten.
That's wild, bro.
The way Darius just said that. He said that's just how bad it is now, bro. Ben Simmons. Nah, but I'll say this though, also about Kyrie before we move on to Ben Simmons. Look, I don't think any of us have any hate for Kyrie Irving. We just want the best basketball and all that for him. And we want what's best for the league. And what's best for the league is for players to get vaccinated. I think we can all agree on that. But the thing with Kyrie is that let's just hope that, like, because if he waits and like the fact that he, told the team and he's let his camp know, because these are all the reports that he's let his camp know that if he gets traded, he's going to retire. I think that's very selfish, because you've now put the Nets in a situation where they can't trade you and they have to keep you. Like that's what he's done to the Nets. That's very selfish. And it's not only selfish on behalf of like his own things, but it's not disrespectful just to the Nets, but it's disrespectful to Kevin Durant. He wants to play with you. Like Harden wanted to play with you too. Harden wanted to go to Brooklyn, well, in addition to other teams as well. But Brooklyn was one of his top picks, not only because Kevin Durant's a close friend, but he's also good friends with Kyrie. KD chose you. KD could have played with Kawhi, because don't forget, Kawhi was a free agent. KD could have played with LeBron. KD could have played with Jimmy Butler. KD could have played with a bunch of guys. Yeah, I know LeBron. That's wild.
KD could have. Kawhi were available.
Paul George, Kawhi. He could have played with a bunch of guys, because that free agency class was wild, if I'm mistaken, right?
Yeah,
he could have played with a bunch of guys.
It was the
Kemba
best,
Walker.
agency, I think. Ever.
Yeah, it's definitely up there. He could have played with a bunch of guys, but he chose to play with you. And now you're going to sit there and say, hey, but if y'all trade me because of this, I'm going to just retire. And now any team that wants to trade for you, they got to be like, damn, this nigga could just retire if we trade for him. So why would we even trade for him? So it's like you put your team at such a disadvantage. That's selfish. It's selfish already that you didn't want to take the vaccine and you're putting them through all this. But then you're not only not going to take it, but you're going to say, if you trade me, I'm going to retire. So don't even think about it. That's selfish to me. But I'm tired of talking about Kyrie. I mean, y'all ready to move on to Ben Simmons?
Let's talk about.
Hey, there is one team.
Let's talk about the band.
Hold on, there is one team that might take a retired Kyrie, and that's the Rockets to get off John Wall's contract.
Dude, that would be terrible. Oh my gosh.
By the way, y'all hear what Ted Cruz said?
I'm gonna be so mad.
Say what?
Ted Cruz actually
yes, I
quoted.
I saw that.
The Rockets need a
Hey,
point guard.
they need a point guard.
First of all, they don't need a point guard, Ted Cruz. It's obviously you're not watching the game.
I don't know, man. KPJ and Kyrie Irving, that's a pretty big difference. I don't know.
I mean, obviously,
third eye brothers, bro.
Oh my gosh, yes, it's a fact, bro. KPJ and Kyrie in the same locker, bro. That locker room is gonna be so.
The Joker. Don't forget, you have the Joker, and then what's Kyrie, the Riddler? Like he has to be something, right?
Nah.
I mean,
that's
KPJ is the Joker. So Kyrie's the Riddler.
That's a good comp, though.
Yeah, the Riddler.
The Riddler.
All I know is they're gonna be talking about slavery in the locker room. That's all I know. Throwing. I probably should take that out. I don't know.
Niggas gonna be talking about the whole chip in everybody's bodies, bro.
Jalen Green is already be requesting trade. He's already gonna be requesting trade, bro.
Yeah, but let's talk about the Ben. Can I get on Ben? Can I say on Ben?
Let's talk about this.
Yeah, you can take the Ben.
I swear we talk about this every week, but
this is real quick, right?
Yeah.
So recently, it came out that Ben Simmons has folded. He is completely folded, and this man was just bluffing, which we all knew it was, right? So Ben Simmons is basically returning back to the 76ers. He came back last night during one of the games, right? He came back and did his COVID test and everything and stuff like that. I just want to say this right now, right? Ben Simmons, I knew he was bluffing, bro. I knew he was bluffing, bro. Because listen to this. A wise man once said, bro. So
Weezy out of here.
No. No, but a wise man legit once said, bro. Look at what money make a bitch do. I'm telling you, bro. Money. Hey, bro, money talks, right? And Ben Simmons saw that $8 million didn't go into his bank account. Right? He saw that. He saw that 1 million. He was like, these niggas really aren't trading me. And he's like, what? I might as well just go back. I knew it was gonna happen, bro. And I just want to say, shout out to Daryl Morey, right? Because not only is this a big step for him and raising Ben Simmons' value, but this is also a huge step for the NBA, right? Because I'm a fan of.
Not if Ben Simmons comes back like the exact same player, then what is it? What does it show?
I mean, he's gonna obviously be.
Forget that. What if he comes back and just bullshits? What if he just bullshits?
What are you gonna get out of there?
Okay,
he wants
but
to leave. That's the only way.
I will say that is better than him not showing up, because him not showing up, that's just bad.
You gain some leverage back. You know, you can add maybe a pick.
He needs to give them the Harden treatment, bro. Swear.
And if he does, that's hurting him even more.
What if he comes back out of shape? Well, I guess for Simmons, it's actually harder for him to be out of shape compared to James Harden.
Is.
Yeah, because he's already in really good shape.
Harden been BBW, bro. But it's like this man, right? Because if he doesn't come back, it's gonna be harder for them to trade him. They're gonna be like, you already see how stubborn Daryl Morey is, right? He's gonna be like, I'm keeping you, no matter what, right? We just saw this dude turn down a package of Malcolm Brogdon and Karis LeVert, who are 2 20-point per game scoring guards that can easily help Joel Embiid.
That's wild.
Just to prove his point, right? But I'm gonna say this, like, I'm proud of Daryl Morey because, like I said, I am a fan of player empowerment, but I think Ben Simmons was going too far, right? Too far compared to most players. He wasn't being professional at all. And I'm happy that Daryl Morey is putting this on notice. He's putting this on notice, and the league is probably going to make some changes after this whole entire situation. But yeah, that's mainly what I gotta say about that. Ben Simmons is a bitch. Work on your game.
Dude, Ben Simmons, if Ben Simmons actually like reports, well, he already did, but like if he actually like plays a game this year for the Sixers, that man's gonna get booed the fuck out.
What if Ben just comes out, shoots 5 threes off rip, and airballs like all of them?
That would be funny as hell.
Like all of them.
You know a scenario I could see? I could see Ben Simmons actually developing some sort of jumper, right? And then like the first game for the Sixers when like at home, right? They start booing his ass. They start they want to throw batteries and shit at him, and he starts making threes. And like, oh,
he just starts making threes, bro. I'm telling you.
And then back on his meat.
Yeah.
You know what's wild? I could easily see like coming into next season and say, "Hey, y'all play this shit. No problem. I'll do nothing but shoot threes."
Yeah,
Watch his field goal percentage is going to be like 10% from the field. His free throw percentage, it's going to be garbage anyway.
Bro,
watch on
Doc,
defense. He's going to not try.
Doc is not going to bench his ass.
Bro, he's gonna get. I don't know who they play first game, but he's just going to get cooked by his matchup.
Yeah, he's going to be like, I'm going to be a whole two-way liability now. He's like, I'm done.
He's going to be Sabonis. No, I'm just kidding.
Man, I would. If I was Embiid, I would. Oh my gosh, bro.
The thing is, we already know he's out of there because like you can't be at you can't have your franchise players say what he said already. Not just after the game against the Hawks, but the other interview he did. Like not even. I'm not saying he said something wrong, but you can't have him say what he said.
Said he wants to fix it. So
yeah, he did. So.
That's just saving face, bro. That you can't fix that anymore. You can't fix that, especially after
pussy. Yeah, of course you can't fix it because Ben is pussy. So like, of course.
Hey, bro, let him be pussy, bro. He can be pussy all he wants on the Timberwolves.
Hey, man.
I'm just saying, it's all fun and games till he goes to the Timberwolves. It's all fun and games till he goes to the Timberwolves and they're a top 3 in the West.
No, send him to Indiana, bro. Send him to Indiana.
Nah, he's not.
Send him to Indiana, bro.
I would like that for his career to die.
I want him to go to the like.
Yo, go see something.
Darius, delete that video immediately.
I can't lie,
bro. This man.
Simmons in an Indiana Pacers jersey looks so disgusting. I actually don't want to see that.
Anybody in a Pacers jersey looks disgusting, bro. See?
Not true. Ben Simmons don't look disgusting. I actually like the
Pacers,
of course you like
the Pacers jerseys. The Pacers have the worst jersey in the NBA, in my opinion.
See, this is my plan. I want to go. They definitely.
Who is worse? Who's worse?
I don't know.
Detroit?
The Wizards?
The Pacers jerseys are not that bad.
This is the jerseys are not bad. What are you talking about?
Wizards.
Nah, yes, they are, bro.
No, the Wizards are not
the
bad.
Wizards jerseys are pretty ass.
Wizards jerseys are pretty fucking mid. They're not all that. They're kind of.
And
honestly, I think since the NBA's team with Nike, there's no real bad jerseys anymore.
No, the Pacers. I've always hated the Pacers jerseys ever since they were introduced.
Oh, the Spurs too.
Oh, the other ones.
You remember the Spurs camo jerseys? Those shits were terrible, bro.
Ew, so nasty.
Oh my gosh.
So nasty.
Terrible, bro. But Darius just posted this in chat.
Go to the group chat, Twitter.
Go to the group chat, bro. I swear, bro, everybody be posting this. Bro,
How Rich will handle Benson this offseason.
Bro, y'all remember this is off topic a little, but it was like the Olympics when like the Haitian went in the hurdles and like he embarrassed the hell out of himself, bro. Like he fell over in the first one, bro. Come on now.
Not seen that, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Obviously, this is not basketball related, but I swear, bro. Imagine representing your whole country in the Olympics, and that happens. You trip on the first hurdle, my nigga. The first, like, you know, because I've done hurdles in high school. That is one of the most embarrassing things you can do in all of sports. Not only in track,
it was
but in
the
sports.
first one. It was the first one.
Like, did you not practice, my nigga? Like, how did you even make the team? Like, and like, it's the fact that he not only fell, the nigga went tumbling on the floor. Oh man, I know that shit hurt. I fell over a hurdle. That shit hurts. But yeah, Ben Simmons. I think we can all agree this guy's just acting like a buffoon.
Bust. He's a straight bust.
But y'all ready for these predictions?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. I'm gonna do the same way we did last time.
Yeah, same way we did it last time. We're doing alphabetical order from city name. So,
who's first?
So we're gonna start off with the Dallas Mavericks.
That's really the first team.
Yeah, Dallas.
D?
Yeah, it's the.
No, it isn't.
Yeah, it is.
Yes, it is. Now start.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
I'll go first.
I'm stupid. I was thinking about the Clippers, and they're like, "Man, I'm stupid." Los Angeles.
Know your ABCs.
What the fuck? I was bro. I was thinking about their team names. That's my fault.
Yeah, no, city name.
Fuck up theirs.
All right. So, yeah, go ahead.
Oh, you want me? Okay. I mean, I'm good with you going. You can go.
No, you can go.
Okay, good. Okay, yeah, know your place, buddy. Yeah, I'm just joking. Everybody out there,
just
watching,
fucking go. Jesus Christ.
I feel bad, bro. I feel bad.
Jesus Christ.
Shut up. For the Mavericks, I have them at the 7th seed. I think the Mavericks, they're just kind of in this position. They're the same as last year, dude. Like that. I mean, I know they have a coaching change. Yeah, they have a coaching change with Jason Kidd. But that isn't really saying a lot.
That's not really.
Yeah, if he's the same as how he was in Milwaukee, and people also forget Brooklyn. He did coach in Brooklyn too. If he's the same as how he was in those years, I don't expect that much to change. And honestly, unless they give Porzingis more touches, and even if they do that, I still expect Porzingis to miss like 20 to 30 games. He's one of those, those penciled in injury prone guys, like whenever I make my list of the guys that I expect to be out for a good chunk of the year, it's Porzingis, Gordon Hayward, Joel Embiid, those guys. Porzingis is in that mix, so I expect him to be out and Luka to have to carry the load. They're going to lose in the first round again. It's sad. 3 straight first round exits for Luka's career. That's tough. They're already going to start the whole Jordan era. That's how I know Luka's going to become the GOAT. 3 straight first round exits sounds like Michael Jordan to me.
Hey, actually, based on my standings, they gonna win their first round matchup. But I'm gonna leave it right there.
Hold on, let me see where I got them. Hey, I'm looking at it. Hey, they might if my standings.
Hey, my standings, they gonna win their first round matchup.
No, I don't see it for me. I have the Mavericks as the A seed. I actually agree with the Mustard on the point.
JSmooth, you're on mute, nigga.
This nigga didn't even know.
I've been talking to myself this entire time.
All right, you want me to go or were you going?
You can go.
All right, so I was gonna say,
big bro.
I have the Mavs as the A seed. I kind of agree with like the points like Mustard
The
said.
A seed? Wait, hold on. Mustard, what seed did you have them?
He has some.
Yeah,
7th seed.
Damn, well, that's crazy. All right, go ahead.
This is a lot of good seasons in the West. So, Mavericks A seed. I think I don't really see many changes. They did acquire Moses Brown, who I think is pretty good. Shaq. Is that what y'all call him? In OKC?
No, he was Thunder fans didn't like him because he didn't play defense.
Oh, is he really that bad?
He's a Hassan Whiteside defender.
Oh shit.
Can play like some post defense, shot block, but
JSmooth was just saying that he hates all the young players on.
It's not true. It's not true.
That's literally.
Anyways,
if you are under 25 and touch the Thunder, you're not good, bro.
unless you're Haitian and you're Shea. Just saying.
Luka is good enough to get them to be a playoff team. He's still easily a top 10 player. Porzingis, I don't know how Jason Kidd will use him. I hope he is used more often, but I don't know. I don't really see Jason Kidd hasn't really had great history, I would say, but yeah, I have him as an 8th seed. The teams above him I think are going to be way better. So.
There you go.
That's fair.
Jason, where you go?
Okay, so for the Mavs, I got them as the 7th seed as well, same as Mustard. Now they didn't really. I don't think they got better, really. Like when it comes to adding pieces, because they added what's it called? They got Tim Hardaway back. They added somebody else, Sterling Brown. They
I
added
know there's someone.
couple-
There's someone I'm forgetting. Yeah.
There's somebody I'm forgetting that
Let me
they
look it
added.
Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock.
Reggie Bullock. Yeah.
But the main thing for me is they didn't add much ball handling, which was also some of their issue because they had no idea how to live with Luka off the floor. That was the main thing in their playoffs during their run. But one thing I like that they're doing is they're putting Porzingis at the 4 now, other than the 5. Now I know people love and really want Porzingis to play at the 5, but I think at the 4 he's so much better defensively, just because the dude is agile, he's long, he knows how to use his length when he closes out on people, right? And he's so much better at as a secondary rim protector, basically. So I love him at the 4. I love the fact that they're playing him at the 4 this year. Hopefully they do utilize him better, and I hope. And now I don't think Kid's gonna do this, but I'd really love to see them use him as a passer since he's so much bigger than than everybody he's playing against. It'd be wonderful for him because he could see over everybody on defense, basically, right? So, yeah, like although I complimented their team a lot, and I think Luka is gonna be MVP caliber, right? We gotta remember, like, this team deals with a lot of injuries, and also, like I said, they're so Luka dependent, and there are just so many other teams that are better than them, in my opinion. So, yeah, that's where I have them. They can really I'm really contemplating putting them 8th seed in my thing as well because I have the other team below them. I think they're going to be. They're my 8th seed. I take that back. They're my 8th seed.
Yep.
I'm moving them down. They're my 8th seed.
I have them as the 5th seed.
Wow.
So I'm a lot higher on them than you guys are, and it's really just because of Luka, because young baby white.
That's the GOAT. That's the GOAT.
You already
I need that Jordan star. I need 3 straight first round exits, man.
Hey,
when that happens, I know for sure he's going to become the next GOAT. So.
What?
That's how it starts. You have to face adversity before you face triumph. That's how it is. LeBron, he had the luxury of being in the shitty East, so he didn't have to go through first round exits. But guess what? He had to go through the Spurs.
Maybe just
had to go through the Mavs.
Just saying.
Oh please.
The East. This would be like a 2nd seed.
The East that had fucking 38 win teams making the playoffs. Oh please. That garbage.
No cap. Yeah, he faced Gilbert Arenas.
That East was so trash. Jason Kidd led a team to back-to-back finals. Think about that.
I know. Oh my god.
Think about
Ricky
that.
Rubio led a team to
the black Ricky Rubio.
But we don't claim him. We don't claim him, bro.
But yeah, what's next?
What's next?
Next team.
Yeah, so the next team is the Denver
Bino
Nuggets.
I think Bino is struggling.
Did Bino finish? I don't know.
Start with this one. This is one of my teams.
My fault.
You go ahead, Jason.
I was interrupted.
Yeah.
So, the Nuggets are my 5th seed, right? Obviously, they could be higher, right?
Wow.
But I'm just going to say this right now. We all know the Nuggets are going to be a top 5 offense in the NBA. We already can see it. When you have
that's
Jokic
who's
there,
going to do that? Yeah.
Listen, that's what I'm talking about. Come on now. You already know, like, when you have Jokic as your primary offensive dude, it won't be an issue. You know what I mean? But also, I don't think the Nuggets will take the regular season this seriously. Mainly because I heard that, they're load managing Jokic this year. They might rest him in some back-to-backs. Because last year, he played a lot, right? And he's been an Iron Man throughout most of his career. And you could see last year that it was actually getting to him in the playoffs physically as he was getting tired, since he had to do so much on both ends, right? And people act like, he don't try on defense. He tries on defense. So he puts in the effort. The Nuggets team has great players. I'm looking for a what's it called? Improvement in Aaron Gordon. That's the dude I'm mainly looking for improvement in out of all the players because I already know MPJ. Like I said, he's gonna be one of my most improved player candidates and stuff like that. But Aaron Gordon offensively, I want to see him improve overall. He said this offseason he was not healthy during most of the season last year because his ankle was messed up. And seeing him coming back fully healthy would be nice. Also, a question I have for the Nuggets is basically, especially when Murray's out, backup guard, right? The backup guard position. You have Bones, who's also very nice, very great, but he's a rookie at this point. And I already see he could score the rock. But you also have Facu and Austin Rivers, right? And those two players, don't get me wrong, they're nice, but they're not really consistent scoring guards, right? Especially Facu, because Facu doesn't really attack the rim like that, right? And so I think he can end up causing huge issues, just him not being the best overall scorer. As we saw in the playoffs, they didn't care about his three-point shot. They didn't care about him on offense, and that really limits his effect on the offensive end, especially when it comes to playmaking and everything. And he really just did not play well without Jokic last year, which people probably don't know. Also, PJ, I'm sorry, I'm just talking about the Nuggets for so long, but PJ Dozier, also a great dude. Look for him to have a breakout year on the bench because he's really improving, and I hope he's PJ Composure. Yeah, seriously, he's nice. PJ Composure, bro. Hopefully he improves and steps up. And also, one last thing I have to say. We need MPJ to play better defense than he did last season. He was getting better. He was getting better, obviously, throughout the season. But in the playoffs, he regressed back. Although he did have back issues, he's still very stiff on that end and has to get better. But yeah, Nuggets team's really nice. Top 5 offense. I'm not sure about the defense. And I already know this. Please, when Jamal Murray comes back, do not expect all-star expectations from him. He's going to need some time to get into game shape. Probably until next season, he'll be fine. But usually these injuries take a while to heal off of. So you guys have to wait. But yeah, that's all I have to say.
Not anymore, bro. Like, niggas coming back from ACL tears and dropping 20. Straight off rip.
Who? You going to say KD, aren't you?
No, KD had 2 years off. Yeah, KD had 2 years off. I'm talking about anyone like getting into game shape is something that like, especially because like the last report I saw was looking like January, February for him.
Yeah.
Well, if they're just trying to ramp him up for the playoffs, I genuinely think he'll be fine because he already knows his play style.
Yeah, he does.
Like unless if he's like physically compromised, I think he's gonna be perfectly fine.
Bro, he already looks 100% healthy to me. I mean, you see it in the warm-ups and everything, but I'm just saying like lower your expectations because usually like it's still like, I mean, look at Kemba. Kemba had time off, yet it still took him a minute to like actually catch a rhythm in the regular season. Yeah, and his knees.
I'm just saying,
Shut the fuck up, man.
If Kemba is not good this season, bro, that whole debate, all those debates.
I'll be talking shit when he's good. You already know. But yeah, that's all I say.
You already got proven wrong. You already got proven wrong because guess what? Like the nigga already left Boston. So
no. Like we're saying, like if just Kemba is like a good player still. Like
okay. I mean,
sure.
He's good.
He'll probably miss.
Like
games and then choke in the playoffs. So who cares?
We already know. He's a perennial. He's gonna be
I'll go next. Okay. I have the Nuggets as the 6th seed, and the reason why I have them as the 6th seed is as simple as they say they're gonna load manage Jokic this season because he's been playing heavy loads the last few seasons, and that like I always think the middle of the West is always kind of close in terms of games, and I think those games where Jokic is missed is the games that's gonna cost them the 3rd seed compared to like the 6th seed. You know what I'm saying? So I just have them being the 6th seed. I have MPJ having a real breakout, a consistent breakout year. And, Aaron Gordon's going to do his thing. And I am high on Bones Highland for sure. Maybe he might take Monte Morris' starting spot, depending on how he's playing. But I don't know. It's early. Bones Highland, bro.
I don't think Bones going to do
that. Baby Jamal Crawford.
Nah, he's not Jamal. He can play deep. Well, no, he really don't play defense right now.
That dude's just the ultimate. He's a great rookie scorer, bro. I think that's a great pickup for the Nuggets.
Secret pickup.
Since Jamal Murray's out, especially I think he's mentally ready for that type of
role.
Yeah, being on a championship team like that.
I honestly think he should take Facu's spot as a backup point guard. That's just my opinion.
Hey, it'll probably happen quick, bro.
Yeah,
it's not hard to take a 5-2 spot.
It's
a fact.
Hey, get on my
I have the Nuggets.
Fuck you mean, nigga?
I have the Nuggets as the 4th seed. I think this team is very well constructed. I like their newest pickups with Jeff Green and Bones.
Jeff Green, great pickup.
Yeah, Jeff Green is a great pickup. Yeah. I've always been a Jeff Green
fan. Stole a player out of the big three. You know that
nigga Jeff Green always adds another poster every year. He already did it this preseason.
Yeah, he's old as shit. He done this like Giannis.
Okay,
which is wild. He catches bodies every single game. That's what I mean. I don't mean
I think MPJ is going to be the most improved player next year. I see him averaging damn near 25 on great efficiency as well. I do expect him to be better defensively as well. Be smarter with his defensive IQ. But I heard the reports about Jokic as well, and him because of that resting. It seems I don't have him as high. I had him. If Jokic was playing almost every single game, I would have him as the 2nd seed. But it's not the case. So yeah, 4th
I don't think he's gonna miss it. He's not gonna miss a ton of games really, but I think they're gonna lower his load on offense in both ends of the floor. Just try to not make him do as much as he did last year. But yeah, he's probably gonna miss some games. You're right.
Yeah, I feel that. I have the Nuggets as seed as well. The reason I have them as the 4th, same reasons y'all gave, but I think MPJ is gonna have a most improved player type of year. I think offensively he's gonna improve. Did y'all hear that just now? What was that mean?
What?
Okay, good. No, don't worry. It was a notification I got on my. Yeah, I think he's gonna have a great season. I think chemistry is gonna help this team because I think Aaron Gordon and Jokic, they already got some nice chemistry, but next year it's gonna be even crazier. I could see Aaron Gordon with those cuts with the basket, man. Once they got Aaron, and it really sucks because once they got Aaron Gordon, I really thought they could have won a championship last year with that team with Jamal Murray. Because and also MPJ did kind of let me down in the playoffs. I thought he would be a little bit better as a shot creator. But I think next year he should be able to show. Next year is really going to be a make or break year for MPJ because this is his opportunity to really prove that he can be a legitimate 3rd guy or maybe even 2nd guy. Because if he's that good, then maybe he's the 2nd option.
I don't think he can be at this point. No,
not at this point, but in the future years, yeah.
He's gonna have to improve his handle and shot creation ability. Because,
in the bubble, who was the number 1? It was Jamal Murray. So it's definitely possible to be a number 1 option. No, I'm saying that on this team, even with Jokic, he can become the number 1.
Oh,
because
there's some people that believe that MPJ is gonna break out to the point where he's gonna be over Jamal Murray. I'm in that camp.
He could be. They don't think so. He could be, but
at this point, his handle will have to drastically
obviously
improve.
There's improvement in his game that he can make though. He can make those improvements. For example, I remember when KD came in, his handle was nowhere even close to what it is now. You can improve on those things,
but it also wasn't this bad.
Work out with KD.
What'd you say, Bino?
I said he need to work out with KD.
He does.
I mean,
they have a lot of the same problems.
KD doesn't want to hang out with Maga Porter.
All right, next team. So I think this is where things get controversial. All right, Golden State Warriors.
I'm gonna go first.
Let me go first.
All right, you go first because he's a Warriors fan. under that.
I'm not a Warriors fan. I'm a Curry fan. I'm not. I'm a Curry fan, bro. Almost got me slipping.
Go Wells' face. He's like,
But I really debated with this team on where I should. Originally, I had them as the 6th seed. I thought about them at the 7th, and I honestly, that 5 to 9 range, not 9, 5 through 8 is kind of flip floppy. You never really know. Injuries could happen and a whole bunch of stuff. But if the Warriors season goes the way I think it will, I have them as the 5th seed. And the reason I had them as the 5th seed, that seems a little high. I see your face being. Obviously, you don't have that. But the reason I have them there is because I think that I really have a lot of faith, and we know what Curry's going to bring to the table. Best player in the league. But we know what he's going to bring to the table. You heard me. Next year, he's going to establish that he's the best player in the league.
Yeah, another playoff exit. Oh,
I mean, just make the playoffs first, and then we can have that conversation.
Interesting. Niggas waited years to say that about Steph Curry, bro.
They waited years. I knew what was happening, bro.
Yeah,
KD left and he faked an injury.
You're the same guy who thinks Steph Curry had a similar season to Bradley Beal last year.
I'll be happy if Curry becomes the best player in the world. I'll be happy. I'm a Curry fan.
Hey man, was they that far off?
Favorite player of all time.
They were very much far off. But as far as Curry goes, I think Curry, we already know what to expect from him as far as action. The rest of the team, Andrew Wiggins, I think he can even still get better next year because Wiggins is in an environment that's conducive for him to get better. Like last year, we saw his defense improve dramatically. Offensively, I'll admit he's still fairly inconsistent at times.
ISO demon.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. He's still a great ISO player.
One of the best isolation players in the league.
Yeah, he can finish and attack the basket. I like to see him improve his on-ball playmaking a little bit this year.
Agreed.
But overall, I think even if he doesn't get better, if he stays where he is, still a good player, a nice contributor for the team. But I think the big factors, Kuminga and Moody, I want to excuse them for a bit because they're rookies. You really don't know what they're going to bring to the table. But I think defensively, they're going to help the team. They're going to help the team defensively. They're going to be like bench rotation players. What do you mean they're not going to play?
You see,
they won't get that many minutes.
They're not going to get minutes, period.
Okay, that's why I said I want to shove them to the side.
Minutes,
they're not
zero, absolute zero.
I don't think they're going to get 0 minutes. I think they're going to get like 10
maybe. They might send Kuminga back to the G League. I wouldn't be surprised.
Okay, let's chill out.
Because they'd be great filler wings, but like
I think they're going to be like 10 to 15 minute most. Postseason, if they get into the playoffs, I don't think they're going to play like. But Wiseman, and I think the X factors for this team are Wiseman and Jordan Poole, because Wiseman, for one, he did not obviously have that great of a rookie year. I remember telling JSmooth, this guy doesn't look good. JSmooth debated with me about it. He was like, oh, he's a rookie, but he's a big, blah, blah, blah. Like, nigga, they had LaMelo on the board. They had Halliburton on the board.
Calm down.
He's not wrong, bro.
What I mean, bro?
They had LaMelo on the board. They had Halliburton on the board.
I still think Wiseman was the obvious pick there, bro.
No. I'm not knocking them for even taking Wiseman. In hindsight, hindsight is 2020.
Nah, man.
But regardless, I think the thing is, I'm not even done with Wiseman. She still showed potential to be a really good big. He already shown potential to be a lob threat. And being a lob threat, if he can just improve to being average as a rim protector, you already have Draymond. So you don't have to do that much. You know what I'm saying? So if you could just be an average rim protector while being a great lob threat, that's a great player right there, in my personal opinion. I think Wiseman, if he can really improve next year, and Jordan Poole, we already been seeing how he been fucking niggas up preseason, but it's the preseason. I don't want to put too much stock in that. And he's a really good player. He showed a lot of promise.
I don't know, anyway. It looks like the team has full confidence in him. The man was pulling like he was Steph. Like that shows me something, bro.
Yeah, he's really improved. That I feel like guys like this really shows, and I think the Spurs used to be like this as well. But like you can really see development in the Warriors, like head of organization. Like the culture really develops their players. Like that's why I had faith in Wiseman.
Wiggins
is a perfect example, bro. Right.
Wiggins, I wouldn't even say just the Warriors. Like when you think about it, it's always the players that like the young players that'll like kind of like stay on one team for a while, and like maybe they don't get consistent minutes, or the players that are like the trend now is like when they go to the G League and dominate and then come back, that really like helps them. Like Jordan Poole or like even Terrence Mann. Terrence Mann just got an extension. Shout out Terrence Mann.
Yeah.
Like, Terrence Mann, I used to think he was a bum, and now I want him starting.
No, don't forget Cameron Payne too.
Don't give up on your young
as well.
players.
That's a fact.
Don't give up on your young players that show flashes, like the good flashes. Like the Darius Bazleys and the Pokus, get them out of there. But everyone else,
thank you, bro.
Hey, watch! Don't worry, he'll go to the Warriors and he'll. Ben Simmons or something. What that stuff you called him?
Ben Simmons with a jump shot.
Ben Simmons with a jump shot.
First of all, that is so wild. Oh my god,
bro! He's basically saying he will be a top 10 player easily.
I'm saying,
bro. Hey, this is the thing. Especially when I look into young players. This is what I like after this season. I don't look at percentages like that, right? Usually, you're supposed to look at how they get their shots, where they get their shots off, how they play make, stuff like that.
Size, all that. I get that, but
no. Baze. Now you could see like he don't know how to get a shot off, right? He just sucks. He can't get to the rim that well. He's a brick, right? But like a guy like Jordan Poole, like you could see. Even in his first year, he had bad shot selection, but like he knew how to get his shot off or get to his spots. He was just bricking, you know.
Even Damian Lee,
you gave him more.
Damian Lee got better as well with the Warriors.
Damian Lee was always a good shooter, so that was not new.
But in his rookie season, he was terrible, bro.
Was he still a good shooter? I'm pretty sure he was a good shooter.
No, he was not. I think he was like in Atlanta first, right?
He was not a good shooter. Good. Year, you know?
For real?
He was not good. Yeah, he wasn't good. He got way better when he went to Golden State. Like, and I also think certain players are just like, I genuinely think that, and I'm not trying to sound like a Curry writer, and then because I think it's not just Curry. Like Tim Duncan also had this effect that helped the Spurs. Like when you have certain leaders, they help. I think develop players with that leadership. Like you can see it with guys like Curry. Tim Duncan was also that way, even though he was quiet.
THT.
You know.
Fuck out of here, man.
I know you didn't just say that.
That's
shit.
Bro.
He got the LeBron rub, bro.
I don't like Curry, but he really teaches. I really respect him for this part, right? He really teaches people how to be unselfish. Like you see Jordan Poole, he sets screens now. He runs off a screen, so like, he doesn't dominate the ball to get his buckets. Although he could definitely do stuff.
I will say that's because if you don't do that, you're not touching the court, bro.
You said what?
That's because if you don't do that, you're not touching the court.
True. Yeah. True.
It's not just Curry. I think Steve Kerr too.
That's Steve Kerr.
I have the Warriors.
My favorite coach in the league.
It's a weird coach to like on, but I have my favorite. Not favorite. I have the Warriors as the 5th seed, and I see them as a 5th seed because I think Clay coming back is be a huge thing.
I forgot to even mention Clay.
Yeah, Clay's coming back to January, February.
They getting back JJ Redick with no jump shot.
But he should help him a lot. One of the GOAT shooters, so should help him easily. Curry, he could have an MVP type season. Draymond could. He easily anchors that defense as well. I think Wiseman, I don't think he's going to be as bad as he was his rookie season. I think he'll have a massive improvement. I don't think it'll be like a liability anymore when it comes to defensive end.
I don't know about that.
I don't think it'll be that bad. I think it'll make it some at least improvement. But yeah, I don't know. Kuminga and Moody, they're not going to get playing time. But yeah, Jordan Poole, I want to give a shout out to him as well because I was calling him 2 years ago the worst player in the league, and it wasn't even close. Yeah, he was, and now he's being viewed as a 6-man candidate. So I just want to shout out to him.
Worker.
All that tells you is stop disrespecting young players. Y'all love doing that shit. Darius was disrespecting Darius Garland. JSmooth disrespect every young player in the league.
Like, no, I don't disrespect every young player in the league. That's not true. I just disrespect the trash ones. See stuff happening.
Why do you disrespect Poku?
Because he's garbage. I don't see nothing happening.
That's
no shot creation ability, just tall and can pass.
Bro,
Nikola Durant.
Did you see Poku in that preseason game? Bro, listen, this is back-to-back possessions, bro. He caught the ball in the corner, shot a step-back 3 on Giannis, hit the top right corner of the backboard, right? Then the very next play, he got a wide-open corner 3 and overshot the rim and air ball. He's not good, bro.
He won't be in the league much longer. I promise you that.
All right. Anybody?
I really hope he proves me wrong though. Like I'm not gonna say he's gonna be out of the league. He's just not good right now.
I mean, the way he's going, he looks like he might
Did
be.
everybody give their Warriors prediction?
No.
I
Let
have
me
the
go
Warriors
quick.
as
Oh yeah, no, you can go.
I have the Warriors as the 7th seed, but like I'm not confident in this take. But no, it's just I don't know how everything fits yet because they're gonna have to like get Wiseman in there, get Clay in there. We don't even know if like this Jordan Poole stock that we're putting in is actually gonna show up in the regular season. And they lack size. Like Draymond's gonna have to play a lot of 5 this year, and that's something that like can he do it over the course of a whole regular season? Well, I mean, we'll have to see.
He won't.
Sounds like
so I have them as a 7th seed, but trust they're making the playoffs. They're not gonna lose in the play-in. Like I'm not worried about that because we all know when we talk about my 8th seed, we all know Steph owns my 8th seed. So that's what I'm gonna say.
Wait, what do you mean?
So, no, I
in terms of them being in the play-in, I'm not worried about it because Steph.
I don't know, man. Sad man
owns my 8th seed.
Oh, that's facts. It's facts.
Okay. Let me go to mine real quick. So I have the Warriors as my 6th seed. All right. Obviously not far off from all the other teams. Really, just 1 through 5 is, in my opinion, going to be a jumble up. I don't think anybody's gonna. Matter of fact, I take that back. I think some teams are gonna actually be far ahead of others. But
just the Lakers, honestly.
No, I don't think so. But basically, I think the Warriors, they have a really, really solid team. A lot of wings now, which is something I really, really congratulate them for. Otto Porter, if he could stay healthy, he's gonna be an issue, but I don't think he will stay healthy. That's the issue. A lot of their best shooters, a lot of their best players are injury prone. As we saw, Steph Curry is a very injury prone player. You chalk him in for 10 to 20 games, just missing games all the entire season.
That really
loose ankles.
That really cost them the playoffs last year more than anything, if I'm not mistaken.
It did. It cost them the playoffs more than anything else. But yeah, play a very unselfish brand of basketball. It's a very solid team. They're a team, in my opinion. If I'm any of my top 4 seeds, I would not want to see that team in the playoffs at all. But I'd be shaking in my boots because, who wants to see Curry in the playoffs? Let's just be real.
Oh my God.
I'm lying. Who wants to see Draymond in the playoffs? Fuck out of here. Hey, Mr. 16 and 11 and 11. Come on now, D-boy.
The disrespect that this nigga shows Steph Curry, bro.
I know,
Curry is a problem. Teams don't want to see him in the playoffs. I think the Warriors are a dark horse team to probably even make it out the West.
Yeah.
I just don't think they're gonna win many games because.
Hey, in terms of my predictions, that's all I'm gonna say. Hey.
All right. Next
that
team.
happens, bro.
Next team.
I'm a shit on another team. That's all I gotta say.
The next team, the Houston Rockets.
Let me. Oh, y'all want to go first?
You can go first.
I'll start. I got the Houston Rockets as my 13th seed, and the reason why I have 2 teams under them is because compared to the other 2 teams, they have a nice mix of vets and young players, and I think that makes for like a good bad team. You know what I mean? Like they're gonna be a good bad team. They're gonna be exciting to watch. They got Jalen Green, who's probably gonna be the top rookie scorer. I expect the big jump from KPJ. And see, the thing is, like, we say these things, but then, like, if you think about it, if the jump does happen and Jalen Green is like,
probably be a higher seed.
Yeah, you expect him to be like a higher seed. Like, I don't know.
The West is stacked, honestly.
Yeah. But I'm gonna keep them where they are right now. I do have them winning 30 plus games, so it's not like they're gonna be like terrible, even though 30 games isn't good. But like,
I can see 30 games. Yeah.
But they're not gonna be like tanking at the end of the season for like ping pong balls. That's what I mean.
I mean, they honestly should. Nothing wrong with that, really. Get more talent.
They do got Christian Wood though, so I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, that is baby Anthony Davis.
Christian Wood ain't a tank commander. Hey, if they want a tank commander, all they got to do is activate John Wall, bro.
I think if all things go,
yo, chill out, bro.
I think if all things go according to plan, and if let's say best case scenario, they could be playing team. They could
That's
be.
a fact.
They could be.
That's a fact. If
like,
Jalen Green is that
I don't know.
KPJ
I don't know about that.
Bino,
Bro,
where you
come on
put
now.
him, Bino?
Look at their roster.
Look at that roster. That's a
Look
solid
at their
all
roster
thing.
and think about it again, bro.
And I said if all things go according to plan, which is not happening. I'm including like Sengun and Josh Christopher and all of those
I don't even think you have to include those guys. Christian Wood, 20-point per game scorer. Jalen Green, 20-point per game scorer. KPJ, 20-point per game scorer. He's gonna have playmaking. Eric Gordon is really gonna be there. They have Eric Gordon and Daniel House, quality vet role players. They have Daniel Tice, quality vet role player. DJ Augustine coming off the bench, backup point guard, quality vet role player. Like we think about their roster, it's
decent.
I think it's good enough to like when you're comparing it to the Timberwolves and the Pelicans and like the Grizzlies and the Kings of the world. If their players are playing to their potential, then I think they can for sure fight for a playing spot.
I wouldn't say the Timberwolves. I think the Timberwolves have a better roster though.
Yeah, I do too.
I wouldn't say the Kings, but that's just me.
Huh? The Kings?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Whatever.
Whatever.
Thing, but like they actually got something going on over there.
Davion
Garbage going on.
And Davion Mitchell been looking good.
I'm not gonna lie. They could get all the talent. That would get garbage fire, bro. That I don't.
I'm not gonna say my Kings take yet, but
talk about that
disagree.
later. I don't want to get into that.
I got Houston at 13. Man, I'm gonna stick with it.
I got Houston at 13 too. I like the direction they're going with Jalen Green, KPJ. That backcourt's ceiling is insanely high in my opinion. Christian Wood.
Rustin Harden?
Nah. That's disrespectful to KPJ.
Literally, any type of
disrespectful to KPJ.
You're not getting what I'm saying. I'm talking young Rustin Harden, like potential to win MVPs.
Okay.
Yeah, I can see that.
I guess you're talking about rookie year Westbrook and rookie year Harden. Then I feel you, man.
It's crazy. They might. This team could have the rookie of the year and the player of the year on the team.
Very possible.
That's a great way to start your rebuild, bro. Great way.
Especially because you got nothing for Harden. Especially because you got nothing for Harden. I've never seen a team. Hey, I'm not gonna lie. They might be the first team to trade away a top 5 player and actually get right into a rebuild. That's good. No cap.
It's crazy because it's wild. Like that's why I say they could have been a play-in team in my opinion. They traded for
the Pelicans. Could you not?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, but they lucked into the first pick. If we're really being honest, that's kind of if we're being real, right?
But the Rockets got the second.
You could say the Rockets lucked into the second pick.
Yeah.
Okay, no, they didn't. I lied. They didn't luck into it.
They tanked. They did.
I don't know because.
Then again, the Cavs did lose LeBron and got Kyrie.
No, but
right?
even then, the Pelicans are poverty.
Yeah. Oh yeah. But the Cavs were ass still. The Cavs were.
They literally might lose Zion. So
no, but the thing is, the Pelicans. I mean, the thing was the Rockets. The lottery is just so you have the Rockets getting the second pick was a below 14% chance of happening or something like that.
Yeah.
It's even if you are the worst team in the league, the fact that you get the number 1 pick is extremely lucky. So I don't know.
It's a 50% chance that we got their pick, bro.
Yeah,
that's crazy.
50%, half a chance.
That's so wild. I still
can't
believe the Thunder. That's so. I know y'all. It pains y'all niggas.
I'm salty,
right, bro. We got another chance this year, bro.
No, we're not gonna
I'll say this though,
bro.
It's crazy. The Rockets, this is why I say these GMs are freaking childish. This nigga's literally passed up on Ben Simmons just to get Oladipo for 10 games and
Hey, listen, what we will say though, if they get Ben Simmons, then maybe they don't get Jalen Green. That's what you can say. But if you can get Ben Simmons right now, hey. Pull the trigger, you know what I'm saying?
How could they do that though? Who would they have to give up?
I don't know.
It'd have to be a 3-team deal.
You can be the worst team in the league and get the 5th pick. That's that's so.
I mean,
crazy.
the Knicks. You remember what they did?
That's why I'm so
shit for nothing.
I'm so worried about the Thunder, bro.
Yes, bro. Y'all could be the worst team in the league. It won't even be close, and y'all can get the 5th.
Knowing our luck, I wouldn't be surprised. And then we draft some skinny bucks.
Hey, listen, I don't even want the first pick because if the first pick is Chet, give us the second pick.
Wow,
hungry white guy,
bro. Y'all,
bro.
Come on now. Y'all are just missing out on KD again, bro.
I'm saying, bro. Go ahead and be the Blazers.
Another hungry white guy, bro. Insane. Okay,
I'm so dead ass. I'm not even
for the Rockets.
Give us the second pick, bro.
For the Rockets, I have
the second pick will be better. I promise you.
For the Rockets, I
No
have
more
them
skinny
as
white man.
this nigga here.
Yeah.
When
the
was
Rockets, this
name
nigga
the
here.
last good
Yo,
skinny
shut
white?
the
No,
fuck up,
name the
bro.
last good skinny white player.
This nigga is so impressed
Just
about Chet.
interrupt-
Oh my god.
Just interrupting.
I'm so
Yo,
good at.
no
Name
cap.
the last good skinny white player.
Josh Giddey. Oh.
I was about to
He
say,
hasn't even
Josh.
played
Giddey.
yet.
He's not even
Last
played, and he's not even that
When-
skinny.
when
Think
is
about
the
it,
last-
bro.
Okay, Luca was
Wait, how much
kind of
does he weigh?
skinny,
I
right?
don't even
Luka's
know.
not
Luka's not skinny.
Luka's not
He comes
skinny.
in-
No,
he comes
it's
in
not.
230.
I can't think of a skinny white guy,
You
bro.
can
That's
say
why I have to say
Porzingis,
Luka.
but look at Porzingis now. He's a 7-foot shooting guard. But I mean, he's good. Like I would rather draft the Porzingis than a Chet. So
Wow.
Skinny white player. That's actually.
Okay,
that's actually
okay, let's go. Mustard,
Yeah,
what's
Mustard, go ahead,
which yours, bro? This man,
Bino,
Bino.
you finished? You finished?
yeah, I'm finished with my
Y'all
round.
finished or y'all done? Bust. Bust.
Pause.
All right,
Pause.
for the Rockets, I have them as the 12th seed. Same reasons y'all said earlier. I think they're going to be a fun, energetic young team. They're going to be the Hornets of last year of the West this year. They're going to be fun. I think Jalen Green's going to have a really solid rookie year. Might win Rookie of the Year, especially if he averages 20 a game. KPJ, that's my pick for Most Improved Player. I think they're going to be solid. Christian Wood, baby Anthony Davis, he's going to explode next year. Maybe sniff an all-star team. You never know. But yeah, I have faith in them. And if they're all 20-point per game scorers, that reminds me of the Kings, right? With IT, Rudy Gay, and DeMarcus Cousins. All three of them are 20-point per game scorers. So if all three of them are 20-point per game scorers,
right now,
if all three of them are 20-point per game scorers, because Bino was saying like if they max out, they could be a play-in team. I just thought about that. The Kings were, they did have 20-point per game scorers and were trash. So
Yeah, but it's the Kings. You got to think about the name of the team.
I'm sorry. You're right, bro. I'm so sorry.
Fuck
I'm so sorry. I'm sorry. But yeah, go ahead, JSmooth. You talk about the Rockets.
Okay, the Rockets are my 14th seed. They're going to be a very, very bad team. Exciting to watch, but a very, very bad team.
Very bad team.
Let me just tell you this right now. Terrible at closing games. They could be close in some games. They're going to kind of remind me of the Pistons last year.
Who are you going to say that and you haven't seen Jalen Green and KPJ in the clutch?
I'm saying, bro. Wait, what?
Because they're young players.
He's like,
players
I'm
dominate the
saying,
clutch.
bro, no, what?
Bro,
I thought he was just gonna say he
clutch.
hasn't seen them play, but in the clutch, what are you talking about?
It's
No,
rare
he said,
to
he
see
said,
young
he
players
said they're going to
dominate
be
the
terrible.
clutch.
He said they're going to be terrible in the clutch. Like he just
Oh.
immediately.
Nigga, you really said that shit? Come on, bro.
It's not even just KPJ and Jalen Green. You got to remember, this entire team is young. They're playing young guys, and young guys, they don't usually do well in the clutch. It's just that's how it is. Right?
Not Luka Doncic.
Not Colin Sexton.
But did his entire
Not
team do
Colin
well in the
Sexton.
clutch?
Not Colin Sexton.
Did his entire
Irving.
team do well in the clutch? Did
LeBron
his
James,
entire team
Kyrie
do
Irving,
well-
Luka Doncic, Dwayne Wade.
Bro,
But listen to me.
we're comparing
Did
all
that
of the greats
entire
on this show.
team do well in the clutch?
Okay.
Yeah, they won the games.
No one
Oh,
is
yeah, and
expecting
that's
that.
why
Listen,
they
no
were
one's
getting
expecting them to be
top
like the
lottery
top
picks.
10 seed anyway. So why are you even bringing up clutch games?
I'm saying, bro.
What I'm saying is they're going to be kind of like the Pistons last year. Pistons just lost a lot of clutch games.
That's so disrespectful.
Pistons were a fun team to watch last year.
No, they weren't. Why are you lying?
Yeah, when everybody played, they weren't.
Dude, yeah, when they were getting blown out by 30 and 20.
No.
They were taking turns getting blown out by they're like, oh, today we're going to lose by 10.
It was literally, bro,
Tomorrow
it
we're
was
gonna
literally
lose
like
by
a
20.
month.
Yeah.
Bro, it was literally like a month when Jeremy Grant was averaging like 25 when the Pistons were exciting. Other than that,
I'm
That's
not
what I'm
even just
saying.
talking about that. Even if you looked in,
Bro, they were literally taking turns losing by more than like one day 10, the next day 20. Then they're like, okay, let's lose by 30 today.
probably
Then let's
near
lose
the
by
end of the
40.
season. But what
They
I'm
were
saying
taking
is,
turns.
what I'm saying is, when they played the best talent, right? They competed. They did. They competed every single night. They tried their best to win some games. They lost, obviously, but like they tried. Like that's what I think the Rockets are going to be. The Rockets are still going to be a very bad team. And I think a lot of the teams are better than them.
I have a question for you. Because I know you don't have the Thunder higher than the Rockets, right?
Oh, hell no.
So who are the Spurs?
Yeah,
who
I
are,
was
I mean,
gonna
you just
say,
spoiled this.
hold
You
on,
just
no.
spoiled
Who
this.
are the Spurs as clutch players?
Oh, that's a fact.
I don't even think the Spurs needs clutch players because I know the Spurs are going to be a good defense.
Okay, let's move on to the next team.
So serious.
Oh,
They
yeah,
are.
I know. Let's move on to the next
All
team.
right, next
Let's move on
team.
to
Next team. The Clippers. Los Angeles Clippers.
Ooh,
Let me go first.
One of y'all got
Okay,
that.
you go.
one
You
of
go.
y'all got
You
Let me
go.
go first.
I go next.
Let's talk about the best team in the league real quick.
Bro, I'm not even that high on
We're
those.
talking about the Bulls.
Who?
You said the best team in the league.
I have
was
the Los
confused.
Angeles Clippers. You know, I might change it. No, I'm a mistake. I had Los Angeles Clippers getting the 3rd seed in the Western Conference, bro.
Yeah, whatever.
And I was really this close to putting them at 2. But I'm going to keep it 3rd seed. I think 3rd seed is enough. My man, Paul.
3rd seed.
Paul George is going to get MVP and be top 3 in DPOY. Right.
That's wild.
Reggie Jackson is still going to be playoff Reggie Jackson because I've been seeing like just the way he plays, like he fits. Eric Bledsoe after a month won't be in the rotation. Look, Eric Bledsoe after a month won't be in the rotation. The team will get way better from that point on. I promise you.
So
Way
Bino,
better.
let me ask you. So you had CPG winning both MVP and DPOY.
Nah, top 3 DPOY.
But we made our
MVP.
awards predictions. What the hell? You said PG.
Nah, no, but I mean that's my hope. But if I'm being realistic, Gobert owns the award. Like we're being realistic.
He don't own that hoe no more. Not after what happened in these playoffs. He's not sniffing no depoys anymore.
Oh
That
yeah.
shit-
If I'm thinking about
like it was his fault. But
We all know Drew Holiday is gonna win anyway, bro. We already know that.
meh.
These picks,
Watch.
man.
I am ahead of. Just watch. When that nigga wins it, y'all niggas will look. What do we call that word? Stupid. Yeah.
No, like, but even if I'm going off my standings, like if the standings go
Oh,
like how
you-
I predict, Anthony Davis will probably win DPOY. So
That
Yeah,
has
he
to be
will.
one of the most iconic ways to say stupid. Now I just invented a new thing.
That's stupid.
I will look stupid. Just watch. I'm gonna make that a thing now
You said that again. You just made it
Corny.
because I
bro.
repeat it.
You know
Because I
what I mean?
repeat it.
Corny,
Y'all will see. It's
bro.
gonna become a
Sorry.
thing. Don't worry. It's gonna become a thing. You'll see.
yeah,
boy.
man. Either way, I have faith in the Clippers. You know, they got shooters, they got defense, they got a great leader in Paul George who plays well when he's the lone star. I think they're gonna win a lot of regular season games, and I am even betting on Paul George's health, and no one does that. Even Mustard said that he was not betting on Paul George's health, and I am because I trust the Clippers, and they're going to be, if not the 3rd seed, no lower than 5 seed. That's a fact.
60-win team. I'm gonna be joking.
Wow.
Okay. Well, JSmooth, you can go next since you're the other Paul George.
Okay,
sucker.
so
Right.
I have the Clippers as the 4th seed
Oh, man.
in the West.
Okay.
My brother.
Ooh. Yeah, like I said, I also have Paul George winning MVP this season. As we
Yes,
all
sir.
see, Paul George steps his game up when he's a number 1 option. We've seen it in OKC. We've even seen it in the
Sounds
playoffs
like a
last
2K
year.
soundtrack right now.
When he became the number 1 option on the Clippers, we saw it. He was a primary
You
focus.
make
And he
him
was
my
dropping
player.
30. Right?
What you
So-
make-
I'm really surprised by that. I do think Bustis Winslow will revive his career on the Clippers. I do believe it.
Oh,
You know-
Bustis Winslow.
Yeah, so you know, the dude has been going through so much, right? And unless the Clipper curse gets to him, which it looked like it was snapped because they got out of the 2nd round, right? If the
That's
Clipper
so
curse
sad.
doesn't get to him and he stays
That's
healthy,
how you break a curse.
they will be different. I'm telling
that
you
was
right
the
now,
weirdest
they
way
will
the
be.
Clippers broke their curse. That was actually the weirdest way ever. Kawhi was out.
to get out the 2nd
Yeah,
round.
like that was just like you wouldn't expect. No one expected that. Like they.
Nobody
I
expected
promise
that.
you,
Yeah.
I promise you, I literally just randomly go back and watch that game because I'll never forget how hype I was. I was at work. At the casino, and the game was playing on the TV. But like, I wanted to. As soon as I seen them coming back, I wanted to hear the crowd. And we're not allowed to wear headphones. But I said, "F that shit." I had my AirPods in, and I was avoiding my managers the whole time. So I was like, I would only show like half of my face, and I was watching the game. Like, yo, and I was so hyped. Every time Terrence Mann scored, when Reggie Jackson and Patrick Beverly hit the clutch threes, when Paul George hit the clutch fadeaway, I was so hyped, bro.
Man, hey, bro, Game 5, Paul George is better than Game 6, Clay. All I have
Well,
to
y'all
say.
are gonna hate me for where I have the Clippers.
Probably 8, 9 seed.
No, I have the Clippers as the 10th seed in the West.
Yeah,
the reason-
you're
the
trolling.
reason-
You're trolling.
No, I'm trolling.
Yeah.
I have them as the 6th seed. The reason I have them is
Oh boy, you almost had me there.
Yeah, I knew he was trolling when he said that.
the reason I have them is
Yes.
I'll say this though, they can really be anywhere as far as like I don't want to say 3, but I would say like from 4 to 10 because of
They can.
health. because Paul George, I really don't trust Paul George's health, especially over the last 2 years. He's missed on an average of like 20 games over the last 2 years. And injuries have always been a thing. Even the year that he was not one MVP, but finished top 3 in MVP voting, he had an issue with his shoulder, which hurt them down the stretch of the season. People don't really talk about that because the people always say, "Oh, the 1 game difference from that year to the." No, Paul George got hurt, and later on in the season, it hurt them.
He got hurt literally right after the All-Star break in the Nuggets game.
Yeah. So as far as Paul George, his health is really what I'm questioning, and that's why I just chose to put them as the 6th seed. I think they're arguably better than teams like the Warriors that I have ahead of them, and I don't want to spoil any other teams or the Nuggets. Yeah. Well, you could argue they're not better than the Nuggets, but they're not better. They're not. It's health. That's why I say it's so arguable with the Clippers because of health. And Reggie Jackson, playoff Reggie Jackson. Let's be real. That was I don't want to say it was a one-time thing because I would like to see it again. But Reggie Jackson is capable of playing really well. But the level of efficiency and the threes that nigga was hitting last year in the playoffs, I got to see it to believe it for him to do it again. I still think he could be a really good playoff performer, though. And if Kawhi comes back, that's a dangerous team in the playoffs, man, especially if he gets readjusted really quickly. But I don't see Kawhi coming back next year anyway. He may say that. Yeah, he may say that shit, but you got to say that. You got to be optimistic at these press conferences. What do you want him to say? Yeah, I'm not coming back after a partial ACL tear. This is the same guy who sat out a year for a thigh bruise. Okay, so
I wasn't.
I mean, it wasn't just that, but that's what Spurs fans say to make themselves feel better.
Yeah, bro, and that's why he left. He's like, these niggas don't take me seriously. They don't want me.
I feel
that.
I have the Clippers as the 7th seed. I don't understand why. I can agree with all you that they're definitely a playoff team. I think they're guaranteed. Actually, I don't understand why people say they're not, because I know there's some people out there like this team. Even last year, because Kawhi was missing some games, they were still doing well even without Kawhi. And there's some games they were doing without PG, and they were doing well. PG, I think there is potentially he could be an MVP candidate. I don't see Depoy. Fuck that shit. MVP and Depoy, that's ridiculous to me. But MVP, there's potential in that. Tyronn Lue is a great coach, I think, in my opinion. But they have the way this roster is constructed. They have great. They have a lot of size and great players. Reggie Jackson, they somehow turned him into an NBA player. I have no idea that's possible. Nicholas Batum is a great role player, but there's some players on here like Eric Bledsoe. Bledsoe is just straight dog shit to me. Justice Winslow, straight dog shit to me. I don't know if apparently Justice Winslow's gonna replace Eric Bledsoe's minutes from what I've been hearing from someone, but I still don't think.
Hey, that's me. Yes, sir.
I don't think it's gonna make that much of a difference.
He will,
but. Yeah, 7th seed.
Well, they have the GOAT. They also have Luke Kennard, Marcus Morris. You know what I'm saying?
Marcus Morris might stink in the playoffs, but man, that dude lights it up in the regular season.
Wasn't Luke Kennard damn near unplayable at one point?
No,
he was bad for. He wasn't that good for them in the regular season.
That series, he came in and hit big shots in the 4th quarter. Honestly, any series he came in and he hit big shots. I'm gonna keep it a stack. Luke Kennard was hitting big shots all throughout the playoffs, but he was in the Luka series, he was getting attacked. In the Jazz series, he was getting attacked. In the Sun series, I don't remember, honestly.
Like, the issue with him, especially in the regular season, is he wasn't, because I heard them they were saying this in the Clippers broadcast. They were saying that he was having problems picking his spots. He was rushing, taking bad shots. And you already know his defense isn't that great, especially with his minimum wingspan. So it's Luke Kennard. So he was having issues, but later on in the season and in the playoffs, he finally found his role. And they were also saying this thing, which was kind of funny to me. They said, only shoot when you have the ball, something like that.
Huh. All right.
Something like that.
So the next team, the other LA team, the Los Angeles Lakers.
Oh, we gotta get the guy with the Lakers jersey.
Yeah, you gotta go first.
You gotta go first, Bino.
Bino's frozen.
Then let Darius go because he's the brawn meat rider. Come on now.
All right, you want me to go?
I have the Lakers.
Okay, go ahead.
No, after.
My third eye take. The Lakers will be a 60 win. No, I'm just kidding. They're gonna be a 58. They're gonna be close to a 60-win team, but I had them winning 58 games, being the number 1 seed in the Western Conference, dominating the league. They're gonna dominate the playoffs. The Lakers are gonna run through the West because Russell Westbrook is that guy. That's all. That's my take. That's really my take.
Well, let me go.
We've talked about the Lakers victory and
Oh, you want to go next, Darius?
I'll go next.
Lakers first seed, bro. That's fact.
I also have the Lakers as the first seed. I think this team is very talented and a lot of veterans on this team, so it's a veteran.
Why, but Darius?
What?
I thought Westbrook is the 10th best point guard in the league, right?
I didn't say that. I said 9th.
Or 7th? You said 9?
I said 9.
Yes.
That's still very good. That's for a third option. That's still very good, bro. And he's an all-time. He is still an all-time playmaker. So you got to take that into
all-time passer.
Yeah, my bad.
Chill out. No, he's an all-time playmaker.
Nah, he is. I'm joking. I'm just trying to rouse from Westbrook fans. He already knows.
Anyways, though,
really
all-time passer, all-time playmaker, whatever. Still, I think Anthony Davis is gonna be the deep boy for this year. It's gonna be LeBron, easily one of the best players in the world, arguably the best. I just the additions they added to this roster, like they did add a bunch of shooters. Some of them are pretty shit, in my opinion, because that's all they can do, like Wayne Ellington, for example. But I think this roster, the fact that they got my main concern with this team is just like how LeBron's gonna play and how Westbrook's gonna play. Really, and I think I know how Anthony is gonna play. He's gonna be like the primary scorer for this team easily. I don't see why anybody else would be, or LeBron would be. I mean, in the clutch, you could say LeBron could be the primary scorer, but besides that, Westbrook, I don't think he's I think he's easily, like I said, all-time playmaker, all-time passer, but I don't know, like him as a third option, that's kind of weird for me. We've never seen that from Westbrook before, and I don't know how it's gonna work. So, but I think the Lakers they got 2 all-time playmakers, and they got a guy in Anthony Davis who's one of the best players in the world. Great defender, great scorer. They should be the best team in the West, in my opinion. So
that's interesting.
All right, let me go.
All right.
Okay, so for me, I have shout out to Mustard, by the way, but I have.
Yeah. I know you seen it. Bino, when you see it, you're gonna know. I just reached God tier.
Calm down, bro. Just because the fucking follow. Come on. Okay, so for me, I have the Lakers as the 3rd seed in the West. Yeah, I know people are gonna be mad at that. First off, I don't think the Lakers care that much about the regular season. I don't think they care as much as these 2 teams that I have ahead of them, right? Braun, I think he's going to take it easy, especially since he's been getting hurt the past 2 years. You know, he probably wants to prevent that before playoff time comes over, especially Anthony Davis as well. But I still think AD is going to win D-Boy. That is my D-Boy because that LA bias, and he's kind of meant for it. This is like he's due. It's due. It's been due for a while. Not saying that nobody else before him didn't deserve their D-Boy or anything like that, but it's just been due. Also, I think the Lakers are going to be historically great defense. Historically great. Just the amount of pieces they have. And also, Anthony Davis, like I said, D-Boy. They got Russ. All 3 of their best stars can guard basically like multiple positions, which is really, really nice, especially in this current time. And I have them as the 3rd seed. The reason why
oh my god!
Yeah, I have them as the 3rd seed.
Hey, look, he's gonna meat gobble the Suns and the Jazz.
Yeah, I saw that.
You already know he's gonna seize the meat out of Gobert and Donovan, bro.
Regular season teams, right? But
he said meat gobble.
This team still, for me, they didn't fix really many problems that they had last year, And the biggest problem they had last year was mainly the past 2 years, even when they won a championship, was half-court offense. They suck at this stuff. They've always been a team that only relies on running, and in the half-court, they don't know what to do. It's just basically Braun make tough shot, AD make tough shot, and stuff like that. It's not a good offense. And I think it's going to hurt them. I think they're still, even with Westbrook, going to be bad with Braun off the floor, simply due to the fact that Westbrook, for the past couple years, has not been good with running with bench units. We've seen it in Houston. Even when he had 5 out, the team got worse when Harden got off the floor.
He had him on the court with Ben McLemore. I don't want to hear that shit. They had him on the court. They had Westbrook on the court with the worst players when Harden was off the floor. I swear.
Not only that, but like, wow, such a shocker. The offense is worse without James Harden.
No, it's not that. It's what I mean is this, right? If you look at most star duos, right? If we look at most star duos, obviously the offense gets worse, but they're usually not a negative net rating team once they hop off the floor.
Bro,
right?
Listen who was on the court. Not Rocco and not PJ Tucker. 2 players that make the small ball lineup work in the first place, right? But they get to play with James Harden when Westbrook's not on the floor, and that's literally facts. Westbrook is out there with Ben McLemore.
So who was their small ball backup center?
I don't know why you're even referencing Houston, Russ. Like, if Russ is not even as athletic as he was in Houston, even if I'm being honest.
That was still one of his best seasons of his career.
But he's not even as good as that year.
All I'm saying is this: ever since probably 2016, no bench unit has run well with Russell Westbrook, and that's all I'm saying. He's not even going to be playing with that great of players now. So what makes you think that bench unit is going to be good?
I think they probably won't be good defensively, but if they're running like Russ,
offensively either,
nah, because he's just gonna give the ball to Melo. Melo's a bucket, bro.
And Melo's not a bucket.
Maybe in 2012,
bro. Melo is not a good ISO player no more.
He doesn't have a good ISO player. He's just gonna catch and shoot the ball.
No,
I'll say this. Based on what I've seen in the preseason, I know preseason not everything. We all know that. Melo got a lot of ISOs. I really, really hope that's not the norm whenever they play.
That's the thing, bro. Lakers not winning the championship.
They're not doing shit, bro.
They're not winning it anyways.
But they're not gonna do that shit. They're not gonna do that shit.
I hope LeBron knows better than to give Melo some fucking isolation touches.
LeBron will literally wave Melo in the middle of a game. Come on. Yeah. That's my 3rd seed.
It'll be like, Genie, get this nigga out of here. But I have them as the 1st seed. That's such a cute dog.
Cute.
I really want to get a dog, man. I ain't gonna lie. But as far as the Lakers, I have the Lakers as the 1st seed. I think they're gonna be pretty good regular season team, and all this talk about load management. I definitely think they should load manage, but I wouldn't be shocked if they don't. If I'm being honest, I really wouldn't. Knowing how Anthony Davis likes to fight through injuries when he's motivated and shit, because they really should have load managed the first year together. Like, there's nothing that should have stopped them from doing that. Anthony Davis has always been injured. That's been a thing throughout his career, not just in LA. That's been a long thing. But I think next year he's going to be motivated. He's going to have an MVP type of season. LeBron, I could easily see LeBron going. But then again, I guess he's going to be a point forward. So who really knows what he's going to do? But I could see him being the best power forward in the league, as obvious. This nigga JSmooth. But yeah, Lakers 1st seed. What's the next team?
The next team is the Memphis Grizzlies.
Let me talk about these frauds.
Okay. Oh, you got it.
I have the Memphis Grizzlies as the 11th seed, bro. I am a fan of John Morant. I like watching John Morant play and all that. But y'all have got to stop meat riding this man. I am so tired of it. He's not better than Shea. He's not better than Fox. He's not better than Drew Holiday.
Yo, that space yesterday, bro. That space, they were fucking stripping over Ja and Shea, bro.
Listen, either way, bro.
Sucking his meat, bro.
Wallowing his cum. Crazy.
That nigga, he's not even.
Listen, I have the Grizzlies. Now, I was pushing it with you. I was pushing it with Drew Holiday, but
but that's not that hot of a take to say Drew's better than him. It's not a hot take.
No, he is better than him.
I have the Grizzlies as the 11th seed because they're going to realize how much value Jonas Valanciunas brought to the team, and they're also going to realize that Ja Morant is just a little bit overrated. He's still a really good basketball player, leader, all that stuff, but y'all just like I really think it's because of the playoff series, but like y'all are giving him a lot of credit for the like his leadership in terms of his play. Like, yeah, he play makes, he runs the offense and all that stuff. Like, people be like, oh, you didn't watch the Grizzlies, but it's really just like there are moments where he's not the best player.
That's facts, though.
In fact, there's an argument that he wasn't even best player on the team last year.
Even in the playoffs, like he averaged 30, which props to him for that. But people just be forgetting, like Dylan Brooks averaged 25. Like other guys be hooping on that team.
Defense, by the way.
Yeah, other guys be hooping on that team.
It's a really good overall team that I still think got worse. One, Jaren Jackson Jr. is gonna miss games. He's on the pencil-in IR squad with MD.
I told y'all he's one of those guys.
Hey, bro, Porzingis, yo, Jesus Christ.
Porzingis, he's on the IR.
When JSmooth said that shit, and like, there's this meme of I don't know how many of y'all watch One Piece, but like Luffy's like looking at his hands and he's coming to this realization, and someone captured it and said, someone captured it and said, "When I finally realized Jaren Jackson is like a bust or some shit like that." And this
Jackson Jr.
It really hit me when I saw that. I was like, damn, this nigga really may not ever reach his fullest potential, bro. Like,
hey Darius, he's supposed to be guarding that Durant.
Yeah, from what I was still from.
Like they're literally betting. They're betting on Jaren Jackson this year, which I can understand. You want to go all in on your young guys.
Mm-hmm.
You traded Valanciunas. You lost Grayson Allen, who was really good for you guys, and is going to be great for the Bucks. This man just lit up the Thunder. I was watching Grayson Allen shoot the ball, and I'm just like, oh man. I was like, listen, the Bucks.
You trip anybody?
White Ray Allen.
Triple J's white Ray Allen. Durant. He's a fake.
He's white Ray Allen, bro.
Like I like the Grizzlies. I had them as the 11th seed. I think they're gonna miss the play-in by like 1 or 2 games. But I have faith in these 2 other teams. But honestly, I wouldn't be shocked if the Pelicans suck. So
facts. I also have the Grizzlies as all the points that you mentioned, bro. Trading Valanciunas for Steven Adams, which by the way makes 0 sense. Your defense, I guess, got a little bit better, but your offense got way worse.
It makes sense. It makes some sense.
It doesn't, because you're trading a player that fit.
I don't know. If they matched up with the Jazz again, Rudy Gobert is slapping all of Ja Morant shit away, bro. That's fact. Ja Morant was able to get his floater off consistently in the paint and shit because Jonas had to worry about Jonas on the back end who could score the ball. Like Adams is, bro.
He had to worry about Jonas's dump offs, which Adams can score on dump offs, so that's still going to be a problem.
The reason I don't even care is because like Valanciunas was a far better player while being less like costing less. You're a whole small market team, and you're trading a player that fit better with your franchise guy for a player that doesn't fit with your franchise guy as much and cost way more. And Valanciunas had like a year or 2 on his deal. Like you could have easily like relieved him from your cap or done a sign and trade, but now you're stuck with that terrible, disgusting, smelly, nasty garbage of a contract that Steven Adams has.
Steven Adams has like 2 or 1 years left, right?
Yeah, but he has that's actually not true. I could have swore
he does. He does. He got extended for like 2 years.
Let me see. Steven Adams.
So he has like 2 years left.
His contract is still far more than Valanciunas.
No, it isn't. They were making the same amount of money.
No, they're not, bro. No, they're not.
Yes, they were. Go ahead, look at it.
Steven Adams is making 17 mil per year, while Jonas Valanciunas is making 14 mil.
Let me see.
Still 3 mil more. All I'm saying is this: the reason why they did it is obviously because they were extremely high on Darius Williams, and they think he could be something. They want to move up in the draft. That's the main reason why.
Who'd you say they're high on? Who'd you say they're high on?
Zaire Williams. That's why they moved up in the draft. That's why they got him.
I get that, and also it was to get rid of Bledsoe as well. So
the Pelicans moved back.
No, the Pelicans moved back to get Bledsoe, and then the Grizzlies picked up Bledsoe and Steven Adams, right? And they traded up, right?
They picked up Bledsoe, Steven Adams, and they traded up basically.
Bledsoe,
and they did that mainly because they were high on Zaire Williams.
That's
They're
fine,
high.
but I still don't think getting Steven Adams is going to help them this year. So
It's
care.
probably not going to help them this year. Obviously,
and I
I
also
think
think
Steve-O is going to be better on the
And I also
defensive
think
end.
now because Jaren Jackson Jr. has to step up, he's forced to step up. You're putting your faith in a guy that he has offensive capabilities, I guess, just spacing the floor. But the thing is, like defensively, I don't think he's reached the potential that we all thought for him because he's still a foul machine.
Mm-hmm.
And not only that, but injury prone as fuck. That's the real thing. He's so injury prone.
That's true.
I don't think he's played 60 games yet. If he has, it was probably his rookie.
Who?
But he's
Jaren Jackson Jr.
Jaren Jackson Jr. Like he suffered an injury every single year of his career, and last year was the worst. Like last year was the worst. And he was supposed to come back from his injury earlier than he came back last setback or something like that. He's always
they lied about his injury. They lied about it. I think
they lied about it.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
Because he was supposed to come back when the 2021 season started, and like they just kept delaying his like comeback, and then we find out that it was like, I think, what was his injury to be exact? I don't remember. It was like a torn
tear. Yeah, it was a tear or something. But regardless, he's just too injury prone, and that team. I think a lot of people also undersell the fact that they really hide Ja on defense. Like people be acting like Ja.
Yeah, he's not.
Like I think it all goes back to when he blocked Kyrie in his rookie year. That's still hanging on, bro.
I mean, but they had a lot of stars on defense. No.
I'm talking about Ja right now. I'm piling on the Ja's overrated trade.
Okay, then.
Because Ja, I think people just really act like, and this year, unless he improves. But I think a lot of teams are going to expose his lack on defense. They're going to put him in a lot more one-on-ones. And also, I think he's going to get exposed for his three-point shooting. He's already started to get exposed. Well, what you saw with that Utah Jazz series of them going over his screens and not even showing him any attention at all at the three-point line, all teams are going to start doing that more. It was already becoming a thing in his sophomore year. More teams were doing that. But now I think they're going to go full Russell Westbrook on his ass. And they're just going to.
They've been doing that. Like you said, they've been doing that pretty much all season.
They didn't do that all season. I don't think they did that all season.
I would do it even more, especially because there is still somewhat a lack of spacing. Like Dylan Brooks.
Now it's worse. Worse.
Jaren, like, especially with Adams. I'm just going to keep saying why. Like,
Steven Adams.
Adams. I will say Adams has great hands, especially when you play with Westbrook and you can consistently catch his passes. You have great hands. So I would say
you can do some high post action with Steven Adams.
You can.
A little pass.
I'm not going to say their offense is going to be bad. And Taylor Jenkins, that's the coach, right? That's the name.
Yeah.
I think he's going to be able to figure out the offense. But either way, like, this is just the year where, like, because literally he's just getting so much praise. Because like when you try to compare him to another guard, it'll be like John Morant in the playoffs. John Morant, that's what they say.
Yes,
where's Deion?
I hate it, bro.
I hate it, bro. Like, really, that's just a reply. And you can't.
Like you don't have to.
Especially with someone who's going to use that argument. Well, Ja averaged 30 in the playoffs. It was like, all right. But then when he doesn't make the play in this year, what can I compare him to De'Aaron Fox now? Like is that?
Bino said that.
Okay,
I can tell Bino
you have Memphis.
Frustrated.
I have Memphis as the 9th seed.
Bro,
I see.
Yeah.
They is going to fly up these lists, bro. I'm telling you.
Facts.
The 30 points per game score?
At 27 minimum.
Minimum. Damn, bro.
Minimum.
Arian shit ass, bro. It's so trash. Jesus Christ.
When you have
I keep saying,
bro, when you have elite playmaking and Josh Giddey on your team,
I keep telling y'all niggas, and y'all can get mad at me. These niggas, Darius, are living in a different timeline. They're not in our timeline right now. That's why they keep saying this stuff.
Why is it out of pocket to say Shai's going to average 4 more points on a bad team?
Because clearly you're not in the same timeline as us.
27 minimum is wild. That's the thing.
That's wild.
Wow.
Minimum.
Do you know how many shots he took last year, though?
Okay, are you really going to compare Shai to Zach? Zach's better.
For now.
For now.
What I'm saying is this. Do you know how many shots Shai took last year? He took like 15, 16 shots a game. Small amount for a number one option.
Cool story, bro.
16
Okay,
shots.
but yeah, Darius, why do you have him at 9 seed?
Okay, I have 9 seed. as much as he is overrated, I think John Morant will progress as a player. Jaren Jackson, I am not sold that he's a bust, not yet anyway. I think this year he could.
Damn, he might be a bust.
I mean, he might be, but I don't think he.
Yeah. Stop labeling players as busts.
I think it was just
in between with me, so I'm gonna keep saying it.
Were you talking? Go Bells when saying that?
Must be just talking to me because, like I said, there's no in between.
Yeah. Jaren Jackson Jr. I think he has great potential. Could be one of the best defenders in the league, in my opinion. Hey, he can shoot the ball. I'm not sold that he's a bust. He's been injured and he hasn't had enough time. This will be his 4th year in the league, I believe. So, I do believe Valanciunas is a great reason why this team was good for the past year, for the past 2 years, I think. I like some of their pickups actually. Now, go gonna like this. I think Jared Culver is gonna take a bit of a jump.
I disagree.
Really? I think so. I think he get.
Yeah, I do.
I think he'll get playing time. I don't know what the Memphis Grizzlies rotations will be, but I think he'll get playing time, and I think he'll improve. Hopefully, fix his issues. But
too many good players at his position. I'm sorry, I just don't agree.
Really? Who?
Yeah, I do. Honestly.
But I think the Grizzlies. They've always for the past few years they've always been in that playing category. So I don't know. I don't really see, besides losing Valanciunas, which to be fair is a huge reason, but I see them as a 9 seed. I don't see them going dropping to a 12 or 11 seed. So
okay. So for me, I have them as a 9 seed as well. They're a pretty well built team, and although they did get rid of Grayson Allen, who I do think is a great player, they're also giving a dude starting minutes that I really like. D'Anthony Melton, right? Can shoot the lights out the rock, can play make a bit, really, really good defensively, right? You're putting him next to Ja Morant, also Dylan Brooks as well, moving Kyle Anderson to the bench, and also you're getting a lot better defensively when you replace Valanciunas with Steven Adams, right? So that's a huge plus in my that's not a huge, but it is a plus in my opinion. They did lose some of their depth, obviously, like Grayson Allen, like I said earlier, in the shooting. But I do think their team will recover. Hopefully that man Brandon Clark's shot gets fixed because sheesh is still looking cheap.
Man, that shit looked disgusting. Yo.
I know, Jesus Christ.
What happened to him, bro? Dude,
I don't know, bro. I don't know, man.
That's one of the biggest mysteries in the league, by the way.
Because his shot was just fine, and they just broke it, bro. But yeah, and if they fix that man Jared Culver, bro, I swear I will fall in love with the Grizzlies. Get off. I'll fall in love with
Texas Tech connection.
I'm telling you, it's just because of the Timberwolves. I'm telling you, bro.
It's just the Timberwolves. Yo, if you went to any other team, 60 points per game on me, show. Still.
Hey, by the way, speaking of Texas teams, because I know JSmooth only supports Tech, but speaking of Texas teams, fuck Texas A&M. By the way, I cannot believe they pulled off that upset on my team. But let's move on. What's the next team?
The next team, the Minnesota Timberwolves.
Oh, let me go first.
Okay.
Okay, so the Timberwolves. I actually have the Timberwolves as the 9th seed in the Western Conference.
Wow.
I think they could. Yeah, I think they're going to shock a lot of teams. I think they're motivated because I think they know now that the clock is ticking on Cat eventually wanting out. Because I think this is the year that if they're so trash again, whether it's injuries, I don't even care. It could be injuries. It could be, God forbid, a head coach dying again. It could be anything. If they're trash again, no matter what the circumstances are, I could easily see Cat out of there. Especially after that interview that he said where he's everything. Coaches dying, players turning on me, all that shit. I've had so many different teammates. It's like he was essentially saying, yeah, my team's been trash for years. That's really what he was saying. So with all that being said, and yeah, I know they got Anthony Edwards. I think Anthony Edwards, he's a nice young player. I think he's one of the best players in the league, or he could be one of the best players in the league. And D'Lo's not great, but D'Lo's a decent point guard to have. They have talent. Jaden McDaniels take a huge leap next year. I thought he was one of the biggest steals of the draft last season, or last draft, I should say. No, 2 drafts ago. Crazy, yeah, time flies. But I think the Timberwolves are going to be a solid team, and if they're not even a play-in team, Cat, Golden State.
Oh man, Kuminga and then
Miami.
Oh,
Let me
yeah,
chill.
that's actually good. That's a trade. That's a good trade, actually.
Mm-hmm. Just know you heard it on my channel first. I caught that.
Hey, bro, Cat, Milwaukee.
Because guess what?
JSmooth, what y'all give up, though?
JSmooth, Bino, they always talk about that third.
The Timberwolves basically would have turned number 1 overall pick Andrew Wiggins and number 1 overall pick Karl Anthony Towns into D'Angelo Russell, and Kuminga, Wiseman,
Booty.
I mean, it's not bad.
It's not bad though. I would assume they'd have to move D'Lo at that point, bro.
Yeah, get that bust out of there, bro.
Yeah, get that nigga out of there, bro. Like D'Lo's overpaid too. He's overpaid.
Get Ben Simmons, bro.
Let me get on the Wolves real quick, bro. For me, y'all gonna be surprised because I was sort of falling on the hype train a bit, you know, because I do think they have pieces. But for me, I have them at the 11th seed. No. 11th or 12th. I don't even know. But
he can't even read his own list.
No, I didn't number him. That's all.
Throw the tomatoes at this nigga. Throw the tomatoes at this nigga.
Yeah, I got them at the 11th seed. Now they have nice pieces. I'm a huge fan of Ann, and also you already know I love Jaden McDaniels. But first off, I don't have that much faith in D'Lo, right? Just improving as a player, an overall defender, and also his health. D'Lo hasn't been healthy for a minute now, right? Mm-hmm. On the Warriors, on the Nets, even on the Wolves now, he's missed a ton of games, you know? And that's a big issue as well. Same as Cat. Cat is also another dude that we have to start actually looking at, like, one of the injury-prone dudes in the league. You know, he's banged up a lot.
It's kind of crazy because he was really one of the most durable center at one point.
Yeah, it was. At one point he was
playing.
But these last 2 seasons, bro, he's been very injury-prone. And those 2 are your best players being injury-prone players. Really, really tough as well. Also, I like the addition of Pat Bev. I'll say that I love the addition of Pat Bev, but I'm still not that sure about their bench. And mainly, it's just D'Lo. You know, D'Lo, I'm not a huge fan of him. I've never been a huge fan of him. Just his inconsistent offensive game overall, and just his inability to affect the game on defense, despite having an incredible defensive build, right? Dude has a 6'11" wingspan and he's 6'4", 6'5", which is wild to me. Yeah, I got them at the 11th seed for me. Hopefully they step it up, but nah, man, they could obviously be higher.
I can't wait to hear who you have above, so I can throw that literal same argument back at you. And the Timberwolves have better players than the 2 teams that you probably have above.
I have the Timberwolves as a 12th seed. So
what? Oh my god!
Wow,
y'all hating.
Y'all are hating.
I see the Timberwolves.
What are you gonna be better than the Knicks?
Why are you lying?
I'm not lying. I'm serious. They're gonna be better.
They're not better than the Knicks at any aspect of basketball. Well, go ahead.
You want to know what they're better at?
Nothing.
They're better at basketball. That's what they're better at.
For the Timberwolves,
I was just joking, Knicks fans. Please don't clip that. I was just joking.
For the Timberwolves, I like their addition with Patrick Beverley. I think that's a good. Is he starting or is he back up?
He's back up. I think he's back up. I think they're gonna start. What's it called? Are they starting Malik Beasley?
I don't know.
They're starting Edward. They're starting
D'Lo, Edwards. What's his name? Jaden McDaniels, Torian Prince, Cat.
Think they're starting Torian Prince?
Yeah, why wouldn't you?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Bust.
But
I think
Timberwolves, I think it's
they're
always
gonna start Beasley.
there's always something with this team, whether it's injuries or issues. Like I don't know. I always see them like for previous seasons. I never really had them that high, and I've been proven right. There have been seasons though where I had them like as like a 10 seed or something along the lines with that, and they just like fail. Like they become the worst team in the league. Cat, I also agree with the point with Cat. Like Cat used to be one of the most durable players in the league, and now he's just becoming. He really is becoming injury prone, you could say, because he's now playing like 40 games per season. Like that's
Fair, last year he had COVID, right?
I don't remember. I think so. Yeah, actually, yeah.
So that's
But he also had a wrist issue. He had a
Yeah.
wrist issue. I think he had surgery on his wrist. But that,
I mean, if I was in Minnesota, I'd fake injury.
Cat playing 40 games is in an 82 game season. That's very detrimental for the Timberwolves. I like Anthony Edwards. I actually am a really huge fan of him. I think Anthony Edwards.
Jordan.
That's a fact. I see him.
Michael Jordan.
Last year, in my opinion, he should have won Rookie of the Year.
Agreed.
Oh, brother, you're one of
He's
those
right.
guys.
Yeah, I do believe so. Anthony Edwards, like especially during the second half of the season, he was incredible for a rookie, and I can see him taking a jump next year. I could see him in about a year or two easily be the I would say 2 years, be the best player in the Timberwolves. His potential is great. I think he could be like easily the best scorer in the league, in my opinion.
Easily,
Jordan.
3-level scorer, yeah. I don't see.
No, I feel you. He could.
Hey, bro. If his comp is Michael Jordan, then yeah. But one of the best scorers in the league, man.
Forget best scorer in the league. If his comp is Michael Jordan,
And yes,
best scorer of all time.
You heard that right. I think he can be better than Cat. I think he can be.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yes, I feel that.
but
I got the Timberwolves right where Mustard got them, and that's the 9th seed. I got
You
the
didn't
rest.
have to finish.
yeah, you didn't let me finish, bro.
Oh, my fault. I thought you was done.
Yeah,
My
fuck
bad.
up, nigga.
Because you were spewing hate.
I'll
so
make
we
it
thought
quick.
you
I'll
were
make it
He's
quick.
finished.
speaking facts.
Come on
now.
I'll make it quick. I just think there's always some issues with when it comes to injuries, and like just because of that, I don't have him that high. So there, go ahead.
That nigga Bino really just told you, I don't care what you have to say anymore.
Nah, I didn't. I swear I thought he
Insane.
was.
All right, go ahead.
But for me, I like the Timberwolves. You know, they played D'Lo off ball last year. He's gonna have the ball in his hand more this year. Jaden McDaniels and Jaden McDaniels is good defensively. Torian Prince he's a wing. They have Patrick on the bench. I like their overall team, and I'm just high on them. Obviously, injuries can derail all of that. Injuries can derail all of that, but in terms of JSmooth talking about D'Lo being inconsistent offensively, he's going to be in a better role this year. He's going to have the ball in his hand more. He's going to be able to run his pick and roll that he's actually good at. He's a great three-point shooter at least, so that helps space the floor for the other guys.
He's great.
Bro, last year he was great.
No.
You don't think he's a good 3-point shooter?
Bro.
He said great. He said
He is a
good,
great-
solid,
great
great. No.
three-point shooter.
He's a great 3-point shooter.
Especially last
solid.
year. Especially if we're going by last year. He's a great three-point shooter, and I expect nothing but the same.
Bro, I'd be shitting on D'Lo, JSmooth, but you got to give him.
Nah, bro. I know what he's good at. I just don't believe in him. Bro.
He literally went from being a fake shooter to being like one of the best 3-point shooters in the league.
It's a fact.
Like, give him his credit now. Come on now.
But yeah, you can move on to the next team.
All right, next team.
D'Lo's a beast.
Oh, and I also hold on. I'm just gonna throw this prediction out here. The Timberwolves are making the playoffs.
Tough.
They're not only
Maybe
getting
they
the
get Ben
ninth-
Simmons.
they're not only getting the 9th seed. They're making the playoffs.
Next team.
They should.
Oh, wow. So that means you think, nigga, you're wildin'.
You're smoking
You're
crack.
Wildin', you're wildin'.
You're
we gonna get
smoking
there.
crack. Yo, what's the
He's
next
gonna-
team?
Hey,
What's the
Mustard.
next team?
He's gonna end up in Philly.
I actually think that's the next team, right?
The New Orleans Pelicans is the next team.
Oh,
man.
man. Whatever.
he said, "Oh man."
Hey, who
Anyway,
wants to start with the Elegants?
Let me start with these trash ass niggas. I got them at the 10th seed. Only reason I have them at the 10th seed, I think they have to make the play in. They didn't know at this point, like, like after doing what you did in the offseason, you better fucking make the play. And at the very least, so terrible in the fourth quarter last year, blew so many leads in the. I think they broke the record for the most 20-point blown leads in a season or something like that.
Probably.
I don't know.
10-point blown leads. Yeah, Brandon Ingram was one of the worst clutch players in the league last year. But now this year with Devontae. But now this year with Devontae Graham at the point guard, a better spot up shooter, or at least on par with Lonzo as far as spot up shooting. Even though I think it's the downgrade, I think now they're going to do more of that Zion point forward type of shit, where he's creating for everybody with more spacing. Because Valanciunas is there instead of Steven Adams clogging up the paint. It's going to help their offense, but defensively, I still question Zion's impact. Ingram, I hope he tries more because he's capable of being a good defender. He showed that in LA. Ever since he's gone to New Orleans, he just hasn't been that good defensively. I hope that doesn't continue to be a trend. Maybe because he tries more on offense, he doesn't want to try on defense. Who knows what the reasoning for that is? But yeah, I think the Pelicans are going to be a 10th seed. I don't see them making the playoffs though. So I guess it's going to be technically the same result. But I guess teams are settling for making the play-in now. Since it gives you a chance.
For the Pels, it's all about progress, bro. I know Zion wants to rush things and stuff like that, but you got to progressively become good and instill these, good stuff.
You're missing the point, JSmooth. You're missing it. You're missing it, JSmooth.
What am I missing?
Zion is a big, right?
Yeah, so?
When it comes to bigs, bigs dominate their first 10 years in the league. And then after that, they usually start declining around the first 10 years. And Zion's already injury prone. He has issues with his weight. And now you can blame the weight stuff on him. But naturally, he's going to be injury prone. I think even if he's in shape, he's going to be an injury prone player. Right? Because that's just how bigs are naturally. JSmooth, you can shake your head. I don't care. He's going to be an injury prone player, healthy or not.
If he's healthy,
Anthony Davis has been healthy and good multiple parts of his career, even before LA. And guess what? Still injury prone. Bigs are just the most injury prone position in the league, especially for him being an undersized player at his position. He's going to be injury prone regardless. He can help not getting injured as much by being in shape, but the facts are he's probably going to be an injury prone player, and he's a big. And those first 10 years of your production matter a lot because you're never going to get that back for a big. At least with your guard, you can rely on your skill. But if you're a big, your physicality is a huge part of your game. You're a fucking big. And if you're on a team like the Pelicans, there's going to be – looks like they're not moving in the best direction right now. And obviously they're not going to be a playoff team. I think we all can agree on that, unless somebody has them the top 8, which I hope nobody does because that means you're on drugs. But, please, I'm begging you. But as far as this team is concerned, like if I'm Zion, of course I have issues. Of course, especially getting rid of Lonzo for nothing. Satoransky and Garrett Temple. Like, come on, bro. I'm sorry. And I get it. They moved down in the draft. Trey Murphy, I like. And I think that was a good decision. I over-criticized them for that. But, man, if I'm Zion, of course I have my doubts about this organization, especially considering this city doesn't give a shit about basketball. They don't care about. I've talked to so many people from New Orleans. One of my close friends from New Orleans.
They care about the Saints way more, bro.
They only care about the Saints. I remember talking to him, and I was like, man, y'all's basketball team, y'all kind of mid right now. Y'all kind of care about basketball out there, man. It's about the Saints and LSU.
Zion. They have fucking Zion, bro.
Exactly. He even said when they got Zion, they were happy, and they didn't care anymore. Like, they just don't care about basketball in that city. So I can understand why Zion feels like that, and especially they don't give a shit about him no more. He was like, man, I was the new toy in my 19 games my rookie year. Then LaMelo came. Nobody gives a shit about me anymore. Like, I can understand his frustration. Like, all those things I just said, I understand it. And especially, you're coming off of the same era of Anthony Davis. You just saw what happened with Anthony Davis. Shit, I'll be angry too, bro.
To be fair, Zion has to be mad at himself for, like, with his weight issues and him just not.
No, the weight I understand, but everything else I named and mentioned, I can understand his frustration.
Well, Zion's goal then, if he's a superstar, Make the city care about the Pelicans. I'm so serious.
That's a good point. That is a good point.
The organization has to care about winning first.
Mustard,
I'm saying,
Mustard, for your team, Michael Jordan, before Michael Jordan came, the Bulls.
That's a fact.
Nothing.
Yep.
I know y'all niggas are not referencing the greatest player in history.
But we're talking about superstar. It's just an example.
I mean, look at Mike Jordan, right? Obviously, he wasn't what he was later on in years, but like Duke came into the league dominating, just like Zion. Like I said, just like Zion, right? Make the city care about basketball.
Time out. First of all, it's easier to make your city care about basketball when they were a murder capital. That's number one. And number two, when you're talking about Michael Jordan, huh?
Did you say easy? When they were a murder? You said Chicago.
I said it's easier. I mean, yeah, if you come into Chicago, what are they doing before Michael Jordan? What were they? The Cubs were garbage. The Blackhawks, what are they doing? Nobody cares about hockey in America anyway.
I think the Blackhawks were cared more about than the Bulls. I'm not gonna lie.
The Bulls were trash. The Cubs were garbage. The Cubs were waiting for another 100.
But people cared way more. People cared way more about the Cubs than the Bulls, though. That's the point.
Of course, but my point is Chicago was not a good sports town already. So Michael Jordan coming in there being a good player. First of all, they were still a losing team even when they were making playoffs. So to compare Michael Jordan's, why are we even mentioning Michael Jordan? This is not even a fair.
First off, was Zion not the most hyped prospect since LeBron James?
Yes.
Okay. If that's the
I would
case,
say AD had some hype too.
The fact that hype died down is not good.
Like, you think that's his fault though?
I think it's both the organization's fault and Zion's fault. I think it's both.
How can you blame him when he's playing good? Like, what else? His weight. I understand his weight issues, but he's playing fine.
You know he's part of the problem on defense, right?
Okay, but offensively, have they given him enough?
And they were a top 5 offense last year.
Even defensively. That team was not a great defensive team.
I don't want to hear that.
Dude,
they gave him enough.
Liability of
defensively, Ingram has no blame.
I never said that.
I'm not saying Ingram doesn't have blame, but you had Lonzo Ball, who I'm hearing from everybody on the planet that is an elite defender. You had Eric Bledsoe, who no. Let me finish. Let me finish. Right? You have Eric Bledsoe, who just came off of an all-defensive season. Terrible you had Josh Hart, who was coming off that bench, very solid defender. You had Steve O, who was the center, very solid defensive player, right? They had solid defenders all over that roster. Now, I'm not saying it's all Zion's fault, but in the clutch, when they played bad defense, they were attacking him. Teams were targeting him and getting by him, despite him being one of the most physically built players in the league to play defense. Max wingspan, incredibly long, incredibly agile, yet he couldn't stay in front of a soul. Come on now. You mean to tell me he has no fault in this? Get out of here.
I never said he doesn't have fault in this. But look, come on. The fact that you're going to go off of what other people... First of all, Eric Bledsoe's defense last year not that great. I don't know why you referenced a year that he made an all-defensive team the year prior when we seen this nigga get cooked routinely by trash niggas. Then secondly, you brought up Lonzo Ball. You hear he's an elite defender. Nigga, it is us 4 in here. We're not talking about those niggas. We know realistically this nigga is a good defender. He's a good defender that struggles to fight over screens, and his off-ball defense last year wasn't that good.
Is he a good defender? I'm not finished. I'm talking about all defense. Is he a good defender? Just answer the question, yes or no.
I just said he's a good defender, but
then you don't have to say anything else. Those are all parts of defense. You don't gotta say anything else.
You referenced other people's opinions about his defense.
Okay, forget about it. Forget about it, though. Forget about it.
Us 4.
Is he a good defender?
He's not a perfect. He's a good defender, yes. But the fact that you're not even going to reference Brandon Ingram when he was terrible defensively.
Why were the Pelicans...
Zion had an all-time bad defensive season.
And Ingram was a still huge negative on defense.
He wasn't as bad as
Mustard.
Even if
why were the Pelicans...
He's a wing.
Mustard, why were the Pelicans one of the worst defensive teams in the league?
It was both ways, bro. It goes both ways. They were both bad. How can you have a 3 and a 4 bad defense?
Is he like cutting out?
I know. This is me.
Say that again.
Y'all hear what I said?
Yo,
how can you have a 3 and a 4 and only blame the 4 on defense?
I know we never did that. We never said that.
Y'all just did that. Y'all just did that.
Was Marvin Bagley on defense.
We said
you heard me. Yes, he was.
Mind you, it's crazy. This is a whole second-year player. He hasn't even gotten into it.
Both Ingram and Zion deserve blame, but Zion deserves way more blame.
So a second-year player.
Yes, he does.
That's fine if you think that, but still.
No, I know that. It's a fact.
I said that's fine. That's fine if you think that. I agree that his defense has been a huge issue, but to ignore all the other factors about Zion and the Pelicans is ridiculous, bro. To ignore all those other factors. Yes, you are, because you only talk about that. I've never heard you say anything negative about the Pelicans, JSmooth. I've never heard you say anything negative. No, that is the truth. When's the last time you said anything negative about the Pelicans front office?
Bro, I already
you
said
always defend these front office niggas. I don't know what they're paying you, nigga. I don't know what they're paying you, but I will double it for you to speak the truth, bro. I will double it.
All I hate is this. I hate when they just obscure stars of blame, especially when it's like this, right? Especially when it comes to stars that only play one side of the ball. You already know how I feel about this, right? But yeah, let's just go on to Pelicans. I'm just gonna say what I had for where I have the Pelicans real quick. For me, I have the Pelicans as a 12th seed.
Wolford just tested positive for COVID.
Yeah, he did. I saw that, and we just signed and waived Jalen Horde. I don't know why, but yeah. The Pels, what's it called? They just first off, I don't think Zion's gonna stay healthy. Just the way he just doesn't care about his weight nor his physical being, and also he got hurt recently, broke his foot.
He's not even gonna be ready to start the season.
Yeah, so the Pelicans immediately gonna suffer from that, even with the additions of Ingram and not the addition, but the addition of Valanciunas and also some very solid players. They will struggle. I'll say this, right? The Jackson Hayes pick from years back.
Oh, that's a bad pick.
That is a bust pick. I'm just gonna let you know that right now.
Man.
He's a bust. He's a bust, yeah.
Like he's a project. He's been a project, but they'd probably have to give him more time, which they didn't do, and that's on them.
How long of a project is this gonna take, yo?
I mean, but you got to give projects.
It's been 2 years.
That's what I mean, right?
But when it's Zion and it's 2 years for his
but
oh no, but what? Huh?
We never.
There's my pride over there. You kill Zion for his defense. You kill Zion for his defense when he only played 19.
But like, this is just the facts, though. This is just.
Did I not deny
the facts?
Well, listen. But did I not deny? Did I deny the fact that?
Continue.
We never said Zion's to become a defensive liability.
Continue to be hypocrite.
How is that hypocritical?
Continue to make excuses for Jackson Hayes being garbage.
You know what's crazy, bro?
I don't care what's crazy.
I've never made excuses for Jackson Hayes, though.
No. I'm continuing.
Jackson Hayes sucks.
Right? You know what's wild, bro?
I just think that's funny, you know?
You know what's wild, bro?
I don't care what's wild.
In that one sentence, I never ever said that Jackson Hayes wasn't garbage.
Yeah, none of us said that, bro.
But did I say you said that?
Then why were you arguing?
Then why are you saying that I'm making? No,
I said that's a long project, and then both of you responded simultaneously saying it's only.
I mean, it has.
But with Zion's defense, okay, cool. But when Zion's defense is bad,
Zion's defense is not supposed to be all-time bad.
No, shut the fuck up. But when Zion's defense is bad, even though he only played 19 games his year, y'all niggas are so quick to be like, "Oh, Zion's the problem. The blah blah blah." So fuck that. That's hypocritical. Congrats. Jackson Hayes stinks. Go ahead, bro.
Jackson Hayes does stink. He sucks.
I know. Go ahead.
But what's it called? They do have some nice pieces, you know, like the addition of Valanciunas. And I'm gonna just say this right now. For y'all who are clamoring, get a stretch five. I'm just gonna let you know this right now. No matter what stretch five they get, if it's not Karl-Anthony Towns or Christian Wood, it will not make a difference. Teams are still going to hug the life out of Zion in the paint no matter who they get at the big finish.
If it's Cat or Christian Wood, they're still going to hug the paint.
I said outside of Cat and Christian Wood. No matter who they... No, they're still going to hug...
Oh my God, you're lying. Vooch, they're going to not guard Vooch?
Are they still... If Zion was on the court Think about this. Zion is one of the most dominant.
God.
Vooch is a good shooter. I'm not denying that, but nobody's gonna respect him to the point where they're gonna be like, you know what? I'm gonna leave Zion. I'm not gonna build a wall on Zion and stay attached to him. No, like I said, only the two best shooting big men in the league are that.
Let's make this quick because this.
Yeah, let me hurry. Like I said, I got them 12, but we talked about the Pelicans too.
I need to say it. I think they'll be 11th seed. A lot of the points we've already stated. I'll say one more point. Like, I absolutely despise the Devontae Graham pickup. Absolutely despise it. I don't understand why they traded a first.
Wait,
Darius, I don't know why Darius be shitting on this
y'all
nigga
are
so.
both. Hold on, y'all are both high on the Kings over the Pelicans. What are we doing here, bro? Y'all are both high on the Kings, bro.
Just let them, bro.
Mustard.
Devontae Graham can't finish. They
have the Kings over the Timberwolves.
No, let him finish. Let him finish. You smelly hoe. Let him finish.
Like
Jesus Christ.
Devontae Graham can't finish. He sucks at like practically almost. I don't want to say everything, but he's a good shooter. But besides that, like
that's it.
That's it, bro.
He's a decent playmaker. He's a decent playmaker.
Fred VanVleet with no defense. That's what he is.
Actually,
that's literally what he is.
That's a fact.
That's actually a good comparison.
Wow.
That's actually a good comparison. But yeah,
I guess he's one of the guards that can hit pull up threes.
But Devontae Graham sucks. I hate that pickup. But yeah, yeah. Let's move on.
For the Pels?
Did you ever say their prediction? Okay, good. All right, the next team, the Oklahoma City Thunder.
Bro, that's not
Let's just get on this real quick one. OKC, last team in the league. That's all I gotta say.
That's 10 seed, nigga. Because y'all let me talk. But go ahead.
Oh, yeah. You didn't give no time, man. Yeah.
So yeah,
I didn't even know you didn't give your prediction. My bad.
This man was talking to his girlfriend the entire time, bro.
Yo, y'all niggas was arguing for like 40 minutes.
Yo, that's a fact,
about
though.
Jackson Hayes. I was like,
so you have him as a 10th seed?
Yeah,
I got him 10 seed, bro. I don't know y'all.
So yeah, now we're on the Thunder. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, like I said,
they are the worst team in the league, and Shea averages 30. But if Shea averages 30, then we won't be the worst team in the league. So
even if Shea averages 30,
I have them as the 14th seed. They all stink.
What?
So
I have them as the 15th seed.
14th
since
seed.
I want Shea to average 30, I had them as the 14th seed.
So you must have the Spurs below them. I'm not. Let's not spoil.
Yo,
anyway.
You are smoking a pack right now. Oh,
wow, I don't have them as 14. I have them. My God, I'm smoking that
out. He's cutting out. No,
oh my God, a 1-win difference.
A 1-win difference.
No, OKC is about to be the worst.
Hey, Bino, he's mad. I don't have.
I don't know, bro. Josh getting might go off.
Fix your mic, buddy. Fix your mic.
Josh
Josh
getting might go off next season, bro.
Giddey is gonna average 9 points on 35% shooting, bro. Oh my goodness.
All right, so,
if Josh Giddey makes the All-Rookie,
Josh Giddey.
Listen,
Josh Giddey.
If Josh Giddey,
Giddey.
Catch me. I never let myself catch me. If Josh Giddey has a good rookie season, I'm gonna be on his ass, bro.
Yeah, we are, bro. I want you on me, bro. I want you on me.
What?
Pause.
What? I was about to say.
Pause. Okay.
Fuck.
Okay, where y'all have something you have Thunder, we don't need to talk about them.
Yeah, we don't talk about them. We all have them as a 15th or 14th seed.
Let's talk about let's out the way too. They're gonna be garbage too. So let's get the Spurs out the way.
Y'all gonna put respect
on
Shea.
No, wait. We'll get there.
Omar, you gonna put some respect on Shea, Omar?
That's a fact, boy.
Right.
We calling them out, bro.
All right,
27 points per game.
Phoenix Suns.
Ooh, can I go?
I got
this.
Go ahead.
I
got this. You weirdo.
Okay, you can go first. Go first.
Because I know JSmooth's just gonna say some wild sucking
70 win team.
I have the Suns as the third. I have the Suns as the third seed in the West. I think they're going to be a good team, similar to last year. But I wouldn't be shocked, by the way, if Chris Paul suffers an injury. He's getting up there in age. He already had a shoulder situation last year. But that was like a random thing. But still, I think they're going to be good. Not really much to say. They're going to be the same as last year. It really did. If Ayton steps up and plays like all-star level next year, I could see them being the first seed. But the reality, I don't know what step Ayton's going to take forward. I think he's going to ball because of the fact that the Suns are hesitant to give him that max. So, he has that extra motivation. But, yeah, I have the Suns as the 3rd seed. This nigga JSmooth.
All right. You want to go, Bino, or you want me to go?
I just burped.
I'll go.
All right.
Did y'all hear that?
No, we didn't. I don't want to hear that.
Good. No, I'm glad you didn't.
I got the Suns as the 4th seed, and I just think last season was just they're a little bit overrated. You know, shout out Devin Booker though. I do expect Ayton to take a jump, but like I said, Paul George for MVP. So I got to keep my narrative pushing. So the Suns got Suns.
Whoa, you think the Clippers are going to be better than the Suns?
Yeah.
Yeah, he says that.
Ooh, yeah, I say
Paul George for MVP, bro.
All right.
Wow.
All right, I'll go, I guess.
What's the narrative?
I have the Suns as the 2nd seed. I still think they're going to be really good in the regular season. They did fix like one of their biggest weaknesses. So backup center, JaVale McGee. I think he's at least a really good backup center in my opinion.
I was wondering where you were going with that at first.
No, JaVale McGee is nice, bro. Stop playing.
No, because you said I think JaVale McGee is, and I was like,
What?
okay,
Like
where's
All-Star or something, bro?
Bro, usually
I don't know.
people start off. Usually when people start at the statement, they always say some wild shit. Especially
JaVale McGee.
I mean, he was the best big in the Olympics for the USA.
Wait.
Yep. But yeah, Darius, continue.
Oh, okay. So I was gonna say like Chris Paul still very good. The way this roster is constructed, nice Cam Johnson, Cameron Payne, who I'm surprised with Cameron Payne. Nobody's talking about him being like a potential six man of the year candidate, which I find pretty interesting. But anyways,
Please.
Very possible.
no,
That
it's
was a
possible.
fluke.
I think you're disrespecting him, but
I'm joking.
No,
He's good.
I think it won't happen just because he's not going to put up the points. As we see, only points matters when it comes to 6 men of the year. So.
Oh, brother. His nigga's just mad Dennis Schroeder didn't win it. That's why.
No, I'm not mad. Dennis Schroeder led the 6 men in scoring, and he still lost.
yeah,
And I guess that's going against my argument, but still.
No, I agree. He definitely got robbed, actually.
He got robbed that year. His
I don't
big
know.
All right,
market
go ahead,
value.
Carlos.
Okay, so the Suns are a 60-win team again. For me, they are the 1st seed in the West, baby. Like I said, they figured. Unmute yourself, buddy. What's it called? Oh, okay. Oh no. They fixed their biggest weakness, like Darius said, adding JaVale McGee, just depth at the big man position overall. And they really just have an overall solid team, and they play regular season basketball. You're such a man. You know I was gonna say
That's
something,
all I
but
hear. All I hear is sucking.
Hey man,
Yo, okay.
You know, I keep
what
doing
the
it.
fuck is
Hey,
going on? This is hot
you
today.
didn't cross the line. You didn't cross the line.
Yeah. Some people are gonna take a photo of that, bro. Let's take a screenshot of that. Put
yeah.
that.
Yeah, I think the Suns, their team is just so well built for the regular season. Even if they don't shoot well from 3, they have 2 extremely clutch mid-range dudes. So I trust them in the clutch, trust them with rebounding. They're going to be a very, very solid team. And I heard they might even be still going after Thaddeus Young, a.k.a. Thaddeus Johnson. So if they get them, they'll definitely be the 1 seed. But even without them, I still think they're the 1 seed in the West. So
That'd be a huge help. Thaddeus Johnson.
yeah, bro.
Or, no, Thaddeus Young.
Thaddeus Johnson, baby.
Nigga made me fucking confuse his name.
Hey, but that's his nickname.
I miss you, Thad, bro. By the way, I miss you, Thaddeus. I will Bulls, bro. You'd be greatly appreciated. But go ahead, Darius.
Secret Jokic.
I already went for the Suns, but anyway, did everybody say the Suns take? I don't know.
Yeah, I think Bino did too.
You said your Suns
He had them
prediction?
below the
Yeah, I
Clippers.
said my Suns prediction already. I said they're gonna be a 2nd seed.
Yeah. Too low. I'm playing.
Oh yeah, you
Shit,
did.
alright.
My bad. Bino.
60.
No, Bino already went. He said
Yeah, Bino said 4th, right?
Yeah, 4th
Yeah.
seed. All right.
Wow.
So next team, the Portland Trail Blazers.
Okay.
Oh, Blazers?
I'll go since nobody really gives a shit about Pacers.
Nah,
I think
I
we.
That's not true.
Very
Dude,
intriguing team.
Okay, they can be intriguing all the way to exit the first round. Let's be honest. I think we all know how this goes for the Blazers. They're gonna have a decent year. I have them as the 8th seed.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Y'all not
I think.
gonna like my take. Y'all not gonna like mine.
Oh, brother. I have them as the 8th seed. And I think even though they've helped a lot of their defense, I think the biggest issue is their backcourt defense. I think a lot of people overlook that part of that team. That's been like a big issue. Yes, they do.
They
Because
overlook when everybody mentioned that as a problem.
no, because Darius is about to freaking overrate
just
the
go,
shit out
go,
of him.
go, just
For
go.
good reasons.
But
continue.
even though that I like the pickup of Larry Nance and they got rid of Melo, that was a good thing. Melo and Enes Kanter were just terrible defensive pieces for them. But yeah, I just don't think this team is good enough. I think they could definitely move up because I have the Mavs at 7th. They could easily take the Mavs, and the Clippers are injury prone. But if I'm assuming everybody plays up to their best, and I guess I'm considering some injuries here or there, like the guaranteed niggas like Porzingis, I still think the Blazers are going to be the 8th seed.
Oh yeah,
Some of the Mavericks. Yeah, but yeah, Blazers. We all know how this ends. Even if they get the 6th seed, they're going to lose in the first round anyway. Like, I just don't care about talking about this team. That's why when we said the Blazers, whether you like it or not, you inherently, we all just were like, huh.
They were a big market, you care.
No, I wouldn't. Because if they were a big market, they'd be better because they'd have other good players.
You want somebody else to
let Darius go, bro. I want to hear your take, buddy.
So I have the Portland Trailblazers as the 3rd seed.
Ooh, that's a hot take, baby.
Yeah,
I love it.
So the reason why I have them as a 3rd seed, one, I think Dan's being MVP candidate. Listen, bro. Last year, the Blazers, they had a lot of injuries. I think they were one of the most injured teams. Maybe the most injured. I don't know.
Very true.
They had Yusuf Nurkic was out. CJ McCollum was out. One of their biggest issue with their team is their defense. And I think adding a team like Larry Nance Jr., call it my Cleveland bias, but I think Larry Nance Jr. he's easily an all defensive player. Arguably, you could argue a depoy candidate. With him and Rocco in the front court, that'll help them a lot defensively. I think Larry Nance Jr. is basically, I call him like a bootleg Draymond kind of.
Oh my god, that's so insulting.
Secret Mon with the post.
Secret Mon. He's a great role player. That's the point. That's my point though. My biggest concern with this team, and this is probably the reason why they won't be a 3rd seed if they aren't, is that injuries. I think this team is very injury prone. Yusuf Nurkic, Larry Nance Jr., very injury prone. Those are valuable players to this team. So, yeah, that's my hot take for this prediction.
Ooh, I love it, bro. Okay, let me go on mine real quick. For me, I switched it last second. As y'all saw, I have the Blazers at 7th seed, right? But I'm gonna say this: they are easily one of the most wild card teams in the West for me, because, like Darius said, we saw their number 1 and 2 option both got hurt.
Oh yeah, Dame got hurt too. That's a fact.
No, Dame got hurt during regular season. Not just him, but also I said 1 and 2. I meant 2 and 3. Dame got hurt during regular season. CJ McCollum got hurt, and Yusuf Nurkic missed most of the season. We all gotta remember this, right? Yet they were still winning games, right? Still beating teams just off of Dame's clutch ability in the regular season. I mean, we already see what he could do. They're a team who added great defensive pieces and actually have a backup center who can hold his own on defense outside of Nurkic and Cody Zeller, which I think was a very underrated pickup because Nurkic, one thing we don't talk about in the playoffs, I know everybody gets on Nurk, but they really couldn't survive without him on the floor. So every time he got fouled or he even just took a rest, they'd lose. Basically, they'd suffer because they had no backup big man. But now they have dudes. They could go small because they have a guy like Larry Nance, right? They have multiple great players, and their starting lineup, despite being very small, is actually one of the better starting lineups in the league, which is wild. Just a lot of shooting. They got some dudes that can put it on the floor. Hopefully they get better and they play with each other a bit longer. Especially having Norman Powell in for a training camp and stuff like that is great. But yeah, I have them as a 7th seed. And also like their biggest issues, obviously, their health, in my opinion. I mean, a lot of the dudes that I just mentioned, Cody Zeller, we know he's always out. Larry Nance Jr. missed half the season last year. Nurk, injury prone. Like just a lot of injury prone players that are very important to their team. And yeah, hopefully they can make stuff happen because I really want Dame to be successful in the small market. That's all I want to say.
What's gonna happen
So
this
African,
year?
bro.
It's gonna happen this year.
Jason, let me ask you something. You see this team getting out the first round this year?
Possible.
Do you
Yeah,
see
it's
them
possible.
getting out the first round?
I can't
Yeah, it's
spoil
very
my.
possible. Yeah.
I can't.
I
spoil
told
my-
you,
Go ahead.
Jason, but if I tell you, did you already say who you have at the second? Oh, you
The
didn't
second
say it
seed?
yet. You didn't say that yet. But okay, let me ask you though. If you're a betting man, are you betting on them to get out the first round? Yes or no?
No.
Depending on what team they play, yes.
Well,
Dude,
from my
stop lying.
matchup,
Especially against my second seed that I have, right? No offense, I know I stand up for this second seed a lot, but they don't have big wings, so they'll be fine.
your second.
Then
seed.
that just further. So either you're wrong about the,
Oh, I know.
or excuse
I
me,
said
that
they're a wild card team.
dude, Jason. I don't know what stance you're taking.
All right, let
It's
Bino
like,
say
you
his
always-
Trailblazers take.
Let
Yeah,
Bino
Bino
go.
go.
Let Bino go, bro.
I got the Blazers as the 8th seed, bro. And I also don't have them making the playoffs. But you know what's like about
Wow, I think that's very
Wow,
disrespectful.
No, that's wild. That's
That's fucking
disrespectful.
That's not a wild thing.
You think Dame finna
This
allow
man
that?
I think
thinks-
that starting lineup's too good to be.
Anthony Towns is gonna survive in the
That's-
pick and roll
that-
with Damian
That
Lillard.
starting lineup is way too good, bro. I'm sorry, it's way too good.
All Anthony Towns is about to dismantle the Blazers. It's only takes one game. It's one game.
That's
It's not like
true. It is a one game thing, bro.
Sure. And I even think on one game, if you put one game on the line, I'm trusting Dame.
all of the all-time performances and all of that.
Thing is,
It's
though,
just not
they
gonna
have-
be
they
the
have
year,
two
and
games,
they're gonna
technically.
request a trade.
They have 2
Yeah,
games
they do.
technically. Because
I'm saying this for the good of Damian Lillard. They're not going to make the playoffs, and he's gonna skedaddle. So that,
Skedaddle, nigga.
and even if they did,
Fucking
they're
daddle.
losing first round to the Lakers.
Fucking daddle.
all right, next team,
Yeah.
the Sacramento Kings.
I'll go.
Go.
I'll go first. Cause y'all wildin'.
Yeah, bury these niggas.
I got the
please.
Kings as the 12th seed. I think y'all are overrating them a little bit. They're just injury prone as any of the other teams here, and yes, in that area they very much are. Especially because you have to be betting on Marvin Bagley to be.
That's
at least
what I'm
good.
saying.
No,
That's
no, you don't.
you can bet Marvin Bagley out.
No, you don't.
And then their team gets way better.
You telling me I have to bet on Marvin Bagley being injured, being healthy? They're good without him, so I don't care.
You
How
can-
good are they?
good without him?
Did they get better?
They're very
Did
solid
they
without him.
get better?
We're talking about they're good without him.
Yes.
Did
Good
they get
as in a good team.
Listen to this.
Did
Right?
they get better defensively?
I'm gonna.
No, they didn't.
They got way better.
Yes,
they
they
were-
did. What the fuck?
I don't even know why y'all even bring that up. But like, okay, finish your point, then I'm gonna get on to mine. I'm gonna explain it real quick.
Nah, I want to go next because I have the same.
Bino didn't finish
thing as
though.
Bino.
Let Bino finish.
Yeah, I know. I said I wanted to
I'm
go next.
asking JSmooth a question. What you think Davion Mitchell is going to be the difference in them being an all-time terrible defense to?
I think not just that continuity, along seriously, continuity.
I
continuity
forgot
helps,
about
right?
that. I forgot about that. Yeah.
Continuity along with just their players overall getting better. And like I said, if Marvin Bagley gets hurt, who cares? And also, you got to remember this, right? Corey Joseph was very bad last season. He was a huge reason why they were losing
Corey
as well.
Joseph.
Yes, seriously. He
Completely
was
forgot
playing,
about him.
Yeah, you forgot about him because you didn't watch King games, right?
No, you're right. I completely forgot about Corey Joseph.
He played a chunk of their backup point guard minutes, right? So he didn't do them any favor, and they could not run solid offense without De'Aaron on the floor. Now you got a dude like Davion, right? Davion, who's a way better defender than Corey Joseph off ball, right? Can put the pressure on a lot of teams in point of attack, which the Kings really struggled with this season. You have a dude like that coming in, helping them out, right? Along with Buddy Hield getting better defensively, right? And him just
Breaking
coming.
news.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, it's
breaking news.
I got it too.
Yeah.
I got it too.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah,
Alright,
the Sixers are not interested in trading for Kyrie Irving.
Yeah, let's just make.
No one
This.
cares.
Let's talk about that for like
I
20
mean-
seconds, bro.
Come on now. And no one cares.
I was just mentioning it. That's
Bro,
kind of a big deal, buddy.
Yeah,
We knew that was gonna happen. Why would they be interested in trading for a player who's going to retire.
I got a point. Go ahead though.
I guess it's Bino is done talking since he stayed muted right now, right? Oh, okay. I just go on to mine then, right? So I have the Kings currently. Hold on, let me pull up my standings. I have the Kings at the 10th seed, right? I got them. I don't think it's wild to say that the Kings last year showed me that they could be a very good offense despite no matter who they had on the court with them, right? They have shooters. They have De'Aaron Fox, who's easily one of the better offensive players in the league and one of the clutchest players in the league, as we see, right? They just their team is just very good offensively overall. They got rid of Hassan Whiteside and added Tristan Thompson, which I know y'all don't like Tristan Thompson, but he's better than Hassan Whiteside, and he's a bigger upgrade than he was, right? They brought back Rashawn Holmes, right? Harrison Barnes is still there, adding on Mo Harkless, who now he's gonna have a complete offseason and training camp with them, which is a huge plus. I just think they're going to get overall better, and I can trust that one thing's for sure: their offense will be top 10. That's what I just know it for sure, right?
I'll make it.
That's
quick.
how good the Kings are.
I'll just make it concise for me. Like I agree with everything about. I also have this as the 10th seed. I think Davion Mitchell, De'Aaron Fox, and regardless if Marvin Bagley is playing or not, I think they get better without Marvin Bagley. I'm not gonna lie to you, bro. Marvin Bagley is just he's
bust.
He's a bust probably. He's been given enough time. I think. I mean, this is his final year, you could say, but this is his final year of his rookie deal. I think he's not that good in my opinion. I think him off the floor makes the Kings way better defensively. I don't know about Buddy Hield being a better defender. I don't think that's even true.
Yeah.
Are you sure? I don't know about that.
Dude, you know the biggest. JSmooth picks and chooses whenever niggas are. Bro.
No, I'm saying he's progressively gotten better. I'm one of the biggest Buddy Hield haters.
Is he a below average defender or defensive liability still?
He's still a below average defender, but he was better than he was before.
JSmooth was literally saying at the end of the season, and I was talking about, it was like, bro, how's he gonna play good defense when he's
You're cutting in and out
all time?
Cutting out, bro. He's still.
Wait, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. You just like
this nigga.
I know what you said though. I can read your lips.
This nigga JSmooth was the same guy that defense at the end of this. Am I still cutting out, bro?
Yes, bro. You cut out right there. But
your mic. You see, you don't got Darius's mic. That's all I know. You don't got Darius's mic. Your mic sucks.
Regardless, Buddy Hield is not it, bro. No.
Explain to me what. But he's coming off the bench this year, though.
Say what?
You see, people don't remember this, but the reason why their defense was also so bad was because they were both starting Buddy and Bagley. You can have one of them on the floor and be decent, but you can't have both of them. That's the issue. So that's the main thing.
What's your Kings take, Mustard? What?
Probably gonna have 15th seed.
The 13th seed, bro. I don't know. We're having this conversation. This team is a walking piece of garbage. I don't understand why we even spend time talking about this shit. This organization is a disgrace to basketball.
Just remember, podcast fans, when this man talks shit about your team, they automatically become good. Kings,
Knicks. What was it? What was the other team?
It's just the Knicks, bro.
I swear it was some other team. Oh yes, the Hogs. The Hogs.
That's it.
And then he became a fan of the best player in your team, bro. Out of nowhere.
Wait, come on. I've always been a fan.
No, bro. No.
No. I swear.
Switching up.
I criticize the players that I like. I criticize players outside of Westbrook. I criticize the players that I like. I was huge on, bro. This is why I say the proof is in the pudding. Just look up Young Mustard, Trae Young. I was a big fan of Trae Young in his rookie season, bro. I was a huge fan of him. Niggas try to flip the script on a brother, but bro, the Kings are a disgrace. Let's move on, please.
All right, next team, the San Antonio Spurs.
I'll go. I have them as the 15th seed. I think they're going to trade DeJounte Murray. they're gonna also be tough to watch. They're probably gonna have to force feed Jakob Poeltl some post touches because their offense is gonna be so garbage. And I think Popovich, if he actually tries to compete for some reason, then fire his ass because there's no reason for them to even try to compete. They need to tank, get the first pick, or at least try to get a top 3 pick. And if anything other than that happens, then fire that nigga. But yeah,
why would they trade DeJounte?
I agree with everything he said except for trading Devontae.
No, I said if DeJounte, okay, this is my thing. If DeJounte has a good enough year that you can like keep him a part of the future plans, then keep him. But if he's not that good, like I'm talking inefficient 20-point per game score type of shit, then move him. Like get assets.
I don't think he's going to be inefficient in his play style.
Yeah, he's never been inefficient.
No, I said if.
Either way, the Spurs should be tanking. It's about that time, and that's why I have.
I agree.
I think it's about that time to start tanking. Even if I think they might be one of those young teams that start out good and end the year just tanking. They're going to sit Keldon, sit DeJounte. Joshua Primo is going to have a coming out party because I like him. I like him as a rookie, but I do think they have a nice little mix of like vet players and like some young players, but just tank, go for your next Tim Duncan, David Robinson, bro. Like, come on.
Yep.
Facts.
Who is the next guy? It's Chet, right?
Check home game.
I hope. They can have him.
Yeah, shut
up, bro. That would be a big mistake.
Okay.
He should be going.
Letting Chet go to the Spurs with that developmental staff? Hey.
Yeah,
Kevin Durant. Yeah, bro, he's white. Garnett Durant, whatever.
No, he's not Garnett Durant. No, he's not Garnett Durant. Chill.
Okay,
but he'll be Larry Bird.
No, real quick, let me go over the Spurs. I think the Spurs are going to be the 13th seed in the West. I think they're better than the 2 teams at the bottom. I don't know why people are acting like that. Like they don't have 2 all defensive caliber guards with a really good defensive center.
And I do think the Rockets don't have elite offensive players.
They have an elite offensive player.
Who do the Spurs have? What's the Spurs' elite offensive player?
I'm not saying offense. I'm saying defensive players.
Defensive players.
I said defensive players. Right? Like I have dudes that have showed me that I know are going to give me production on that end.
I wouldn't say Pirtle is an elite defensive player.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is. He's a really good defensive center.
I mean, he's a great rim protector, but
no, he's a really good defensive center. I suggest you watch.
So I said great, and you said really good. Great, even better than really good, buddy.
I'm elite. You know what I mean, bro? Right?
Elite is what I'm saying is Rudy Gobert, bro. What are we doing?
Yeah, he's not elite, bro.
All I'm saying is this: their team is going to be solid defensively, and I know since they're going to be good at least one side of the ball, that they're going to at least be decent and win some games. So that's why I have him at the 13th seed, especially DeJounte Murray taking just a little jump, especially since he has more opportunity to put the ball in his hands. Just stuff like that. Also, shout out to my man.
Hey, that's my MIP right there.
Hey, man.
DeJounte Murray.
Hey, shout out to Baby Zion, by the way.
Come on, I don't think we've ever had a most improved player be on a team that's at the bottom of the West or any conference, have we?
Yeah, we have. Well, not the bottom. Ingram,
they weren't at the bottom.
Hey, I guess.
And they had kind of like the narrative of being like a fun young team.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Spurs don't have that fun young team anymore.
I mean, they're never.
They're the opposite, if anything.
Yes, they're like those colors, bro. Boring as fuck.
Imagine your colors being black and gray. That just sounds like.
I mean, the Nets make it look cool though. Well, they have white.
You could, but I don't know what they do. But yeah, like I said, I have them 13th seed. Shout out to Baby Zion, aka Keldon John.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
I have I'm the Spurs as a 14th seed. I think they should be tanking. Like,
agreed.
just go for the fucking top 5 pick, bro. Just go for it, like that, bro. Go for Chet. Go for Who's the another great?
Isn't there some other like overseas guy whose name I can't remember?
There's always another overseas guy that we can't remember.
Banchero.
Yeah, Pablo.
That dude's nice.
Pablo.
He's not overseas. I think he's not overseas. He's going to Duke this year. His name is Pablo Banchero. Something like that.
Whoa. Hey, I don't want to be,
He's like 6'10", 250.
Hispanic?
He might be. I don't know. Hey, probably.
Wow, we got a Hispanic prospect I don't think that's ever happened in my lifetime, bro.
All right. And then the final team, the Utah Jazz.
You got one more? Oh, I forgot. Yo. Most forgettable team in the NBA.
Yo, Bino, I'm serious. Like, I don't think that's ever happened.
I've seen
I've never seen
Hispanic
that.
prospect, bro.
I've never seen anything other than like, yeah, I've never seen that before. Like I've never seen an Asian prospect, never seen a Hispanic
Yao Ming!
prospect. Oh, okay, yeah, Yao Ming.
Money talk.
Maybe in our our time living, you know. So
Yeah.
I feel disrespectful. I really
You
said
said
Asian, and I live in Houston.
I have
You said
the Jazz.
Hispanic, and then you
I have
didn't
Jazz.
mention Al Horford. Shame on you.
Okay. I have the Jazz.
Dude,
as the
he's
second
black.
seed.
Come on, he's
let
black.
Bino let Bino go. Jesus
My
Christ.
bad.
I have the
Bino.
Jazz as the second seed. They're going to be a good regular season team, just like last year. You know, I really want to put the Clippers above them to push my agenda. And you know what? I just might. I have the Jazz as the third seed, and I have the Clippers as the second seed. Paul George.
I hope that's not your actual standings, though.
No, I'm dead ass. The Clippers second seed.
So when we make our graphic, you want us to put the clip.
Yeah.
Bro, you're on drugs.
All right, just go.
Okay, it's okay.
Go.
Let him have it. Come on, let's let him have it.
All right, who wants to go next?
I'll let him have it.
Okay, let me go next real quick. Jazz, I got them at
They're,
the.
they're gonna lose in the first round and be frauds again. Also, just saying.
I got the Jazz at the second seed. Really just a well-rounded team, stuff like that. They fixed some issues, got some more size at the center position, which is something that they lacked outside of Rudy Gobert, and they got some wings. All I gotta say is their bench is gonna be so AIDS, bro. Rudy Gay and Jordan Clarkson taking the stupidest shots on the planet, bro. I can't wait.
I forgot Rudy Gay was on that team.
He doesn't
Hey,
seem like a Jazz player.
you know,
at all.
the curse.
Oh,
Rudy
yeah,
Gay
him
is
too.
bringing the first round curse. He's never won a playoff series, so he's bringing the curse with him.
Hilarious,
to Utah.
dog.
And
I
watch,
didn't-
when Utah loses in the first round, JSmooth is gonna start saying he's gonna find some way to defend Gobert somehow.
I
Yeah, bro.
completely forgot Rudy Gay was on that team.
Now, granted, I think a lot of the issues with Gobert, and I might as well same things that
Man,
y'all
bro.
said.
Yeah,
But I think in the play, what?
nothing.
Nothing, right? Continue, bro.
Am I still cutting out right now?
Yeah,
Continue,
you
bro.
were,
Don't
you
worry
were.
about it, bro. Don't worry.
Bro, I don't know what happened. Was I like this earlier in the pod?
Man got a Danny Phantom mic, bro. Jesus Christ.
JSmooth, I know you're not talking when you leave the pod every 5 minutes.
Yeah, bro. Cause
No, finish. This is
Leave
like
no
a
more.
3
I
hour
was saying-
pod,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
this
feel
will be
you.
our longest pod ever, I think.
Facts.
yeah, bro.
It is. But yeah, I have the Jazz as the second seed. Same reasons y'all mentioned.
I think I'm the
Regular
one who doesn't have it. It was the second seed. I'm
And
actually.
I think my bad. What'd you say?
Sorry. Go ahead. Finish up.
No, I was just gonna say in the playoffs they're gonna lose again, and same cycle over and over, rinse, cycle, repeat. But yeah, go ahead, Darius.
I have the Jazz as the 6th seed.
Whoa!
Wow.
Yeah, I do not have them as the 2nd seed. Bino loves it. The fuck.
Expose those frauds.
I just don't think they'll be as good as they were last season, especially with like how the Warriors are coming back. I think the Trailblazers got way better. Teams like that.
Wow.
Yeah, Lakers are not they're not like gonna be injury prone anymore. At least I hope anyway. I just think these teams above them are just gonna be a bit better team. The Warriors and Jazz, I could see them switching up, but I don't know. The Jazz they could obviously be like a second or third seed or anything like along those lines with that, but I don't know. I just don't see them being better than these other teams.
Well, I know what quote to put on Instagram for our.
Man.
That's I guess that's my other hot take then.
That's the hottest take of this episode. I
Hot take
think.
is your other hot take must be Gobert's getting hurt because that's the only way I see that happening.
I mean, oh yeah.
I mean, Gobert suffered some injuries, right? He's not
like
I don't
barely, and even
I don't
then, bro,
think
their brand of basketball just literally
relies on it.
screams the regular season game wins, whatever. So it's wild to me how they wouldn't win, but you know, it's all good. That's Darius's opinion, and hey, when that happens and they're above that, I'm going to shit on you so hard, bro. I swear, yo, you won't hear the end of it from me, buddy. That a pause.
Pause. How he just says
Jesus Christ, bro.
I mean, when you think about
You're gonna
the
shit
Marquise
on. You're
game,
gonna shit on another. Yeah, I was about to
yeah,
say.
that kind of gay. I'm not gonna lie.
But yeah, I think
oh
that
my
wraps
God.
up everybody's standings, right? So let's go one by one, and we'll give each
All
of
right,
our standings. I'll go first.
Okay, you go ahead.
Thought you were more important to me or something, Darius?
Sure. Yeah.
Why do you think that, Darius?
I don't know.
Bino's stupid as hell.
This is
What do you mean by that?
Mustard's a menace, bro.
All right, but let me
Trey
go.
Rice 2.0.
Number 1, Lakers. Number 2, Jazz. Number 3, Suns. Number 4, Nuggets. Number 5, Warriors. Number 6, Clippers. Number 7, Mavs. Number 8, Blazers. Number 9, Timberwolves. 10, Pelicans. Number 11, the Grizzlies. Number 12, the Rockets. Number 13, the Kings. Number 14, number 14, the Thunder. And number 15, the Spurs.
Hey, Darius, you can go
All
next.
right, now go. All right. So first seed Lakers, second seed Suns, third seed Blazers, fourth seed Nuggets, fifth seed Warriors, sixth seed Jazz, seventh seed Clippers, eighth seed Mavericks, ninth seed Grizzlies, 10th seed Kings, 11th seed Pelicans, 12th seed Timberwolves, 13th seed Rockets, 14th seed Spurs, 15th seed Thunder.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Okay, let me go. I got Suns first seed, Utah second seed, Lakers third seed, Clippers fourth seed, Nuggets fifth seed, Warriors 6th seed, Blazers 7th seed, Mavs 8th seed, Memphis 9th seed, Kings 10th seed, Wolves 11th seed, Pels 12th seed, Spurs 13th seed, Rockets 14th seed, and then the Thunder, the worst team in the West.
Hopefully.
No, they will be.
All right,
I
I got
apparently shake
Lakers.
hands.
I got Lakers first seed, Clippers second seed, Jazz third seed, Suns fourth seed, Mavs fifth seed, Nuggets sixth seed, Warriors seventh seed, Portland eighth seed, Timberwolves ninth seed, Pelicans 10th seed, Grizzlies 11th seed, Kings 12th seed, Rockets 13th seed, Spurs 14th seed, and I'll go Thunder 15th seed.
All right. Well, that concludes this podcast. Probably the longest podcast we've ever done. I think this is damn near 3 hours, bro.
It is, bro.
We gotta
Get me out of here.
Yeah, we're gonna wrap this up. So.
Hey, I'll wheeze her up like Thugger.
Yeah, we gonna catch y'all niggas later. Y'all make sure y'all drop. Also, subscribe to the channel. Wait, is that it? Or am I cutting out again?
out again.
You cutting out, buddy.
You know, somebody else do the outro.
All right, we'll be back next week. I think
follow us on socials, man. Rate us 5 stars, like, subscribe, share.
We're gonna do. We're gonna be next week. We're gonna be starting two podcasts per week, I believe. Right.
That's a fact.
Yeah. So yeah, next week
yes,
the regular season is gonna start, and with that, we're gonna do 2 podcasts per week. So
we might do a live stream to react or overreact to night one. We might probably not, but we might. You never know.
Right. Yeah.
So you know what I mean? Yeah, I'll be shitting on the Lakers, bro.
All right. Well, we'll see y'all later.
Weezy.
Wheezy.